Welcome back, folks. Scoundrels in the Cantina. Old man Logan, fucking hammered with the flu, dude. I'm not even fucking around. Dude, I feel like death. I have had a drink or two to try to. I think my fever broke like an hour or two ago. Like I was on my couch while Bob was doing his GAC, sweating profusely. But I'm here. I'm hanging in there. So because I don't want to talk too much, which is very unlike my personality, I'm gonna leave it over to Bob to introduce our guest and take over from there. And him and Avant can fucking introduce themselves. So there you go.
Hello there. I'm Bonesy. That's Avant, like usual. And we have a brand new friend. He's a couple weeks ago. He ran into us in the chat and during a stream, and he's a content creator. Also, I also came by one of his streams. I know because I've seen your face before that.
You did. You must have gave me an off-stream follow.
Yeah. I came by and checked you out. I don't remember when it was though, but
Cool.
Anyways, guys, this is Blazexin. Love the name, by the way. Represent. But how you doing, my friend? So just kind of tell everyone about yourself. What kind of what you do in SWGOH, or just overall your content.
You can call me Blaze. You can call me Blaze for short. There's different variations. Blaze is the 83, Blazexin, but Blaze for short, really. But I've been actually streaming since about 2016, 2017. I kind of stream more variety. I did Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know if you guys played that game.
For sure, great game, man.
Dude, that game is phenomenal. I 100% it, platinum cupped it on the PlayStation.
Nice.
And I streamed Mass Effect 2. That was a lot of fun. Mass Effect Andromeda, not the other three.
Great games.
But dude, the sound directing quality in that game is phenomenal. Like the combo explosions when you like crack the ice combo is it's amazing. But they do call it Bugdromeda. There are a ton of bugs, but if you want a kick-ass playthrough, Andromeda is really good.
Yeah, those are all classics. I didn't play Andromeda, but I did play Mass Effect 2.
See, my brother played the first three, and he played Andromeda with me, and then I just hopped on the Andromeda. I didn't really do the other three. They look all right, I guess.
And Mass Effect's made by the same people who did KOTOR, correct? Knights of the Old Republic?
I'm not really too sure about that.
BioWare.
I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's BioWare. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's been a long time since I played it, though. Did you play the old school versions, or did you play the new redone, the remakes, or whatever?
Yeah, whatever. I don't know what they called it. Yeah, the new ones. No, I didn't. I didn't play any of the three old ones.
What were you gonna say, man?
I did not play Andromeda, but Mass Effect 1, 2, 3 were like really.
My brother said they were really good. I just didn't get into them, I guess. I don't know. I was like, I'm good with Andromeda, I think.
The premise of the game is that whatever choices you make matter and they change the story. So it's like not like good and evil, but it's like more of like, here's these three situations. You can save one person and they'll be your ally, and then the other two will play into another story. So it's like saving a planet while the other one gets blown up type of thing. It was cool. The storyline.
He said they were good. I just didn't play them. So,
and I think they're like good enough to like stand the test of time. You can go back and play them, and they're still enjoyable.
I might. I mean, yeah, he puts his hand down on them, so I might as well play him at some point.
You got to play him now, man.
I'm kind of been doing Unleashed a little bit because it was free on Prime like a few months ago. So
you talking about Star Wars?
Yeah, Force Unleashed. That game it's pretty good. It's not bad.
It was a great game for its time. It was actually really good.
Yeah,
and a Star Killer, man. I hope we get some.
And then, Star Killer.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
So after that, I streamed the Uncharted series. Those are not that great. The fourth one is good. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, aren't they kind of just like linear? I never played them because it wasn't my kind of game.
I don't remember exactly what the titles were, but I played them all on stream.
It takes you down like a path. You don't really. it's not too open world, is it?
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I get you. Yeah. There really is. You can look left and right, but really you just run into some random walls and they're just you can see out there, but it's linear, right?
I kind of thought of it
But
as like a New Age Tomb Raider sort of.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess just with basically I would Indiana Jones ish
Yep.
adventure.
Yep.
Have you any of you guys played the Uncharted?
I have not.
I have not. No.
It's the first two are good. The third one is probably the worst game I've ever played. I'm gonna be honest. I'm dead serious. The third one is probably the worst game I have ever played. It is really, really bad. My son will even contest it. He's like, "Holy shit,
That's funny.
this game is bad."
Well, that's good to know. I probably won't play him then.
It's terrible. It's really bad. But the
like,
first two,
I like self punishment. I'm actually a Souls game player, so I like using myself with utmost amounts of ridiculous difficulty.
yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
We were just talking about Mass Effect, but that's you.
So Blaze, excuse me. What got you into SWGOH?
Yeah. What's your GP?
My GP is 6.2, 6.2 mil. I do not have any Galactic Legends. I'm very close to my first Galactic Legend, which is natural, no packs, for Slacker. I did buy. Huh?
Bob, you got to ask him the question.
What's the question?
Are you aquatic in nature? So do you whale at all, or are you free to play?
Oh no, I've spent money. I wouldn't consider myself free to play. I can't hold that tag.
You did not buy the.
No, I didn't buy the Slacker pack, the BB-8 pack. I didn't need that one.
Oh, okay.
I did buy, which I had no where I'm at. Like Ray, why would I go for Ray when there's all these other choices? I had zero intentions of Ray, and then they're like, "Hey, do this." Well, I guess sure. I guess we'll do this then. We'll just switch pass. So yeah, I got the Ray one, I got the ship one, and I did get Star Killer. Because I got to catch up. So let's back up. So in the streaming, I picked the game up in 2018. Just I don't know why. Just searching through the Play Store. I like Star Wars. Decided to check it out. So yeah, and just started playing. I was like, wow, this is actually kind of fun. So I played for a long while, and I started adding it to my streams in say late 2017, 2018, and then on. And Ray Rock came across my stream. I want to say 2018ish. I actually follow aged him. So Ray Rock's been following me for 3 years, 7 months. Yeah. So he's been following me for a while. I took a break / quit, if you want to call it. It's not too hard. I got a girlfriend and basically just slowly stopped playing the game, and then shit happens.
You're telling me that SWGOH wasn't your main priority and it didn't overcome your life? I don't think you should be on.
That's a good question. So
yeah, I don't care what you got going on. I don't care if your family's sick or whatever. It's SWGOH first around here, man.
Whoa! That is so not true. That is. So
I'm just kidding. But to play this game, it pretty much is a lifestyle, though. I will say that. Anyways, go ahead, man. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, you're fine. That's funny. Yeah, girls are games, right?
It's one or the other, man. If I didn't have a good wife that supported me,
you can have both too if you get into that situation for sure.
Yep, I'm a lucky man. I think we all are probably.
So yeah, about 2018ish, I started streaming SWGOH. Ray Rock came across my channel, and he's been a huge supporter ever since. Man, he's been coming around hollering, and so I quit. Right, so I've just come back. I don't know, 4 to 5 months now. About that, maybe I don't know, maybe longer, something like that. And yeah, just been kind of doing it steadily ever since. And man, the game is great. I think it's honestly, it might be a bold statement, but better than ever, possibly.
Better than what did you say? What was the other thing?
I said ever. It might be in one of the best states it's been in.
Oh yes, I agree. Yeah, they're really doing some things with the gear economy.
Hey Badger, what's happening?
And the gear economy and just a lot of other things. So I do agree with that. And I just started a new account the other day.
I saw it today. I was like,
You're crazy. You're
I gotta
crazy.
ask you about that later. Like, I don't.
I'll talk about it more later, but I'm having a lot of fun with it, and they've made a lot of changes for that area of the game too. So I agree, man. They're doing good. I mean, obviously they're not perfect as usual, but I think some
right,
hard on, but
yeah.
But we'll get on to that, I guess, as we go.
Yeah.
But Blaze, thank you for joining us today, man. It's always a pleasure having you and anyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, for sure.
Tell the listeners and viewers where they can find you.
Yeah. Please.
I can just post my channel, I guess. If
Dude,
it's just the underscore at Blaze83 Twitch.
I'm a dumbass, so I don't know how to like shout you out or anything like that.
Hey,
so.
I just recently got all that stuff kind of hooked up on mine too, because I mean I've just been doing my own thing, and there's been several creators that have been the Wolf's been super supportive, so that's been really awesome.
Yeah, I
he created me a couple times. Yep. So I've been trying to get it going so I can repay it to them when they hop in and stuff. So
well, you know what?
I've got a few of the.
And I think what's good is that you're at a GP that a lot of people can identify with. Like you're
right, yeah, and
that a lot of people look at and go, well, there's a lot of content creators that are, they have all the new shit and they talk about this and this and that and where they're at. But you're kind of at a spot in the game where people are going to listen because they're where you're at. And they want to know what experiences you're dealing with.
Yeah. Like, I've been playing the game a while. The Galactic Legends have been here for quite some time now. And I haven't even gotten my first one yet. I'm close. I'm 190 tickets away. I need 260s in the last 70, minus whatever ticket. I have like 30 tickets or something. So whatever that is. So I kind of baited my viewers in a way. I was like, yeah, I'm getting slack here. I hop in, but what the fuck is going on? I'm like, shit. It was I mean, it was unintentional, of course. Like, holy fuck, that's what they're talking about. Oh, okay. Yeah. I see this, dude. I couldn't believe it. So it's like they get you all these relics, all these characters, and then no, go ahead and wait another month and a half. Go wait,
Yeah, I mean, it's still really positive.
I was like, holy crap.
The GL grind is relentless. It's one thing after another. It is not.
And I've noticed, do you guys do the normal node strats at all sometimes for tickets? Where you can just get it for 6 energy and kind of just go for maybe gear that you need on the normal?
I do the 10 for Chirotech.
Yes, your GL tickets are going to be rewarded. They're scaled based on the energy. So if you do a higher level node, it's going to give you, like, you're going to spend more, but you'll have a higher chance of getting tickets. So it doesn't matter where you sim.
It has chances to drop more than one?
So, like, let's say, for sake of explanation, you have a 10% chance per energy spent. So if you sim 1 6 energy node, then you have a 6 in 10 chance. If you sim a 20,
I have noticed I've hit sims and no tickets.
So it basically, it doesn't matter what you sim as long as you sim light side or dark side. It's going to give you tickets based on the amount of energy that you spend. So most people need the Chirotechs, so they will sim,
of course,
whatever Chirotech node you're on. So
I am definitely there at Chirotechs.
If you're farming slicker tickets, then you're going to go to light side 8A, which is the battle computer
one. Yep.
Really? Yeah. I thought only the light side nodes will give you light side tickets, and you have to do all the dark side battles to get dark side.
You said you're farming slicker, right?
Yeah. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren.
Yeah. So dark side.
Did I say light side?
Yeah, you're good. I was like, wait a minute. No.
No, I'm in a different universe.
Okay, I was seeing things.
Fake
Go-
news.
All
go-
good.
Fake
You want
news.
to go? You
Fake news. Okay. Dark
Fuck you,
side,
Logan.
people. Dark side battles.
Yeah, Dark Side 8A, whatever the Chirotech
Actually, I have my
node
game
is.
open. I'm gonna go look at it right now.
You want to farm that because it'll give
literally,
you.
whatever. Like for instance, whatever legend I've ever farmed for energy for the tickets. If Cairo is available, that's the one I'm focusing on because Cairo is just because. I mean,
You need
anybody that has
Cairo for the character.
Yeah,
basically.
because anybody that's ever farmed a legend, when you're done, you're sitting on a ridiculous
Well, it's
for one piece because you're
it's-
like, oh shit.
it's very likely. At my pace, I'm gonna have Ray like as soon as I get Slacker, Ray's right up next. Like all I need is Scav Ray, 2 more relics, and I need BB-8 to relic and get him up to 7, and that's it.
Do you have the capital
Nice.
ship up and ready to go?
No, but I'm 25 away.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
what's
coming
holding me
up.
back.
He's close.
It's coming up today or tomorrow.
All right, he's close. He's close.
And so, Blaze, did
Yeah.
you know that in the weekly shipments you can buy tickets as well?
I did see that. It was like $250 for 50, maybe. I don't remember what it was.
That's
but
what I've been buying as well to speed it up.
I thought about it. I saw it. I don't know.
Damn good deal.
I mean, it speeds it up a lot, and then you also have
It
your
depends
ultimate.
how impatient you are.
Well, speaking of, I did buy one of those. They flashed me up a $5 deal for 100 tickets. I was like, God damn, I don't know if I can pass this up. It's shitty as hell.
No, it's not. I've been
Dude,
waiting for them
$5?
to flash that.
I was like, man, just give me 100
to
tickets.
flash me that, and I haven't seen it yet. I've been grinding my Geolea tickets, and I want that deal, and they haven't like.
Yeah, it is one of those where it's not really in the store.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the one that's going on today that everyone's freaking out about, the Jawa scavenger one? And it has
Yeah.
Dude, that's bait, I think.
You know what? It was $9.99. I'm not gonna lie. I got 150 pieces of signal data that I needed.
Dude, that's worth it.
I thought about it, and I was like,
Yeah, I thought about it too.
150 pieces of
It
signal.
really is only $10.
I mean, yeah, there was the option of getting a bunch of Omicrons, Chirotech, bunch of other shit, but
literally everything in that pack is valuable.
Yeah.
The only one that I wouldn't want is the Zetas. The Zetas is the only one that I think that isn't worth it. But
No, that's the only one I don't need.
yeah, but all the other stuff is good.
I mean, I could use them, but I'd rather get anything else but that because they're not hard to come by.
It was one of the more friendly packs. I thought it was cool, but everyone's freaking out because it pops up only. You can't find it anywhere else, so you have to wait for it to pop up. And it's been popping up for me all day. So I'd tell people to keep backing
So is
out
that what it is? Like, because I don't see it in the store.
Right? And
no, it popped up for me when I went in game and I saw what was available, and I went.
I did click details and looked at it.
Yeah, and then but it's only it's a one-time buy. That's it.
Well, 3, I believe.
Three
Yeah,
times.
You can buy 3.
Then why can't I? Because I'll spend 20 more bucks. Why can't I find it?
Yeah, I don't get that either. I can't find it. Like, I'd like to go back and debate it, but I can't because I don't know where it's at.
Yep, pull out the wallet, man. Pay for it to pop up.
Bob, I have no problem pulling out my wallet. You know?
Pull it out, big boy. I would just keep exiting out and because
I'm 50,000 GP shy of hitting 12 million. I have no problem breaking out my wallet. You know that.
We're talking to Prestige worldwide right now.
Zigo is tempted.
Oh yeah, no, you're gonna hear that. You're gonna hear them bust my balls about me sitting on the top deck in my yacht. You're gonna hear that a couple of times at least.
Yeah.
And how we need Jar Jar in the game.
I'm the whale. I'm the spender. I have every GL. I have every toy. I have everything.
Boats and hoes.
Yeah.
Always.
What was it, 12?
I made it a point on this latest set of Datacrons to fill up every Datacron slot with a level 9, and I'm one away.
Do you want us to hate you more, or
is Bones' head about to explode?
It did. I was like, you see how quiet I got for a minute? I was like, what do I say to this
What,
guy?
motherfuckers? We got a kit read to do. Bob, get to reading.
All right, let me pull it up on the screen for you guys.
So yeah, folks, we did get a new character.
We did.
We had
Yes.
the big old
Yes.
fat Mandalorian, the tank, and now we've got an IG-12 and Grogu, and
Can I just say
I'm not gonna
I
lie,
really-
I think I'm gonna wake up
no,
tomorrow.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow in the delirium of fever, and I'm just gonna 7-star this fucker and just be done with it.
Okay, well, can we like stream that when you do that shit? Like, I want to see that, and then you can test it.
I'm gonna stream that?
Were you all hype about the Mandalorian? Did you like that show quite a bit, or
No, I just like buying shit.
He doesn't even
Feels
like Star
good.
Wars.
I just told everybody, hey, it's Christmas early, guys. Like, F off.
Yeah,
I really like
I'm
the
gonna do that, and I just bought my brand new turkey fryer the other day for Thanksgiving because I'm gonna deep fry a turkey.
Is it because I
Nice.
said something
Solid.
about that? Remember, I said something about that. Is that why?
remember you wrote
That
it
may or
down.
may not have had something to do with it.
It was Bonstradamus. He knew. It comes through every week.
I really enjoy the picture for IG-12, like the character portrait. It's just like a close up of Grogu.
Yeah.
Do you guys notice that?
I do too. I like it as well. I think it's a fun character. So
a complaint.
I do too.
The complaint I had was when I was playing the marquee event, is you don't ever see him when you're playing with him except he'll turn. There's one move where he turns and you see Grogu for a minute. So I guess when he's on defense, you can see him. But I mean, that's my little complaint is I want to see him. Make it where I can see him through there. But anyways, you guys want to get on?
Let's get the kit. Let's get the kit, Bob.
All right, so his name is IG-12 and Grogu. His alignment is light side, and he only is a healer Mandalorian. Not much, but skip to the stupid stuff, FAQs. All right, his first ability, basic, no.
No.
So what it does, it inflicts healing immunity on target enemy for 2 turns, which cannot be evaded or resisted, and it calls a random other light side Mandalorian ally to assist, dealing 50% less damage. If it is IG-12, if it's IG-12's turn, inflict ability block for 1 turn, which can't be evaded or resisted, and remove the damage penalty from assisting ally. What do you guys think?
You know what? I like the removing of the damage penalty from the ally.
Yeah, so if he basics on his own turn.
And the healing immunity, that's outstanding. That's
2 turns.
I mean, healing immunity with any tune is nice. You want that. You want that in a kid. That's a good thing.
You're praying that he calls Paz Vizsla to assist with his true damage, like every time.
Yeah,
we can only hope.
Yeah. No.
Wow.
Yeah. With Paz and that damage that he can deal, you want that. Yep.
What's Paz's basic do?
Well, it hits more than once.
But he does true damage. He does true damage. So like you can't like dull down how much damage he does. So it's going to be like Maul. It's going to be like when you face a Maul team, basically.
Okay.
It's 3 times to target enemy, and then he gains stacks, and you guys know that.
Yeah.
All the burning or overheating or
3 times.
All right, boys. Special 1. Yes. A cooldown of 2. The weakest ally and the target ally dispel all debuffs on themselves and recover health equal to 30% of IG-12's max health. All allies gain defensive up for 2 turns.
Well, we know what we're going to mod this character for.
For health.
Health.
Yeah, Grogu's max health, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
a health set. If I like, and you don't even necessarily, I mean, and the way CG is going with tunes not necessarily having to be super fast. I mean, you look at Seer and Malicos and what they've been doing lately. this may be another tune where you don't need to have it fast. It's the support healer that you want, and if you have him full decked out in a health set, it's just going to help the team even further.
How crucial is the ability block? Part of his basic when it's his turn.
I like this character because I think he offers like utility where he's kind of a mixture of IG-11 with his buff or debuff dispel, his heal, and then he has that ability block, but he also has the Bad Batch Echo tool to him, and we'll get to that once Bones finishes the kit off. But
who fucking cares about that part?
I think what's good about his ability block on basic is, again, we don't know what the big picture is for this tune when it comes to Mandalorians. There could be assists coming in, and again,
right,
if he's doing a basic, you're getting an ability block, which could be incredible. I mean, how often do we like those? Bob's favorite topic. How often do we like those Datacrons where if you do a basic, you get ability block?
It's so annoying.
So now you're having a tune where it's built into his kit.
And I think from an offensive standpoint,
yes,
you can decide the utility of the character. Do you want to use the special to dispel buffs, or do you want to ability block a character? And if IG-12 happens to get called to assist from another light side Mandalorian, he'll still do his healing immunity, right? So it's going to be very disruptive.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a lot of 2 turns healing immunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably. I think this Bo-Katan is going to be. Is that where he's going to be at? Do we know yet? Is that what we're guessing?
Oh,
yeah,
I have no doubt.
I feel certain it's going with.
Doubt. I mean, the fact that this
Mandalore Bo.
Yeah, the fact that this tune has been given the Mando tag, this is going to be in the team without a doubt. No doubt.
It's going to be a hard counter to what? JML for sure? Without even looking at Bo-Katan? That's what I think. But okay.
Well, I don't know about that. That's a bold statement. We have to.
Nostradamus said it right here.
Yeah, you know what Bo-Katan.
Nostradamus.
He's a real guy.
Note the date and time. Write down the prediction. Bones has a lot of them.
We need to get one of those people who type right in the courtrooms for every Thursday.
A stenographer?
Yeah. So that I can refer back to her and she can tell me exactly when it went. Anyway, so let's move on. Special number 2. No. With a cooldown of 3. Call other target ally to assist. Inflict blind and daze on all enemies for 2 turns. Fucking huge.
Damn.
That is huge.
Yeah, that is.
Which
that
cannot
is.
be in... What?
Who else does that?
Nobody. Blind and daze?
Someone from the Bad Batch? Tech?
No.
Echo.
No, not blind.
Well,
I mean,
Echo doesn't blind.
Daze.
Daze and healing immunity. So this is blind and daze instead of... But there's already healing immunity
Doesn't
into
old
this
Ben
kit,
do
right?
it too?
No, Old Ben does ability block and offense down and a bunch of other shit.
I don't know. Let's not talk
Yeah.
about...
Nobody does blind and daze on an A. Like, no, this is new.
That's huge. And it cannot be evaded. And then, that's not it. It dispels all buffs from all enemies and stuns target enemy for 1 turn.
That is a dirty ability. That is
the only thing I'll say is you can resist these debuffs. So maybe see what IG-12's potency is, and maybe put some potency on character as well.
Yeah, like on the triangle, like on the cross. You're probably going to want a health primary,
or just good potency secondaries, or I don't know. We got to see what the base potency is. I'm not sure what it is. I'm sure it's on SWGOH, but
let's talk about Datacrons we can put on it. Okay, so
we'll get to that. Let's not.
All right, so moving on. Unique 1.
What's up, Breeze? How's it going, man?
Breeze, what up? Thanks for coming by, buddy. Hope all's well.
Breeze.
Unique 1. Yes. It has a Zeta and an Omicron. So if Beskar if Bando is an ally at the start of battle, IG-12 gains the Scoundrel tag for the rest of the battle. IG-12 and Grogu has 100% counter chance. So think about that. He's countering with
there's the ability block on the basic and healing immunity. Counter chance.
Yes.
There it is.
So he'll be assisting, countering, so he's going to be spreading that basic all over the place. For each light side Mando ally at the start of battle, excluding summoned allies, IG-12 gains 20% max health. So sounds like potency and health is what you need. So at the start...
Wow.
Oh, you guys got something to say?
No, go ahead. I'll chime in at the end of the read.
All right, it's kind of a long one. At the start of IG-12 and Grogu's turn, all light side Mando allies recover 10% of his max health. If they're at full health, they gain offensive up and protection up 10% for one turn. Whenever IG-12 uses a special ability, a random other light side Mando ally assists, gaining additional effects depending on the ability that is used. If you use Yes, assisting ally reduces their cooldown by 1. That's huge. If you use No, assisting ally deals 20% more damage and assists again. If there are no other allied combatants at the start of a turn, IG-12 escapes from the battle, of course. Now we find out that he's a territory war character, so we can all just forget this character. We can just go home because who the fuck cares?
You know what I like about this tune right out of the gate? Like, think about it. So you don't necessarily this is actually a tune that you potentially, if somebody wanted to, could wail on and find really good utility. Mm-hmm. Nowhere in this kit does it say anything about their abilities working if the leader is a Mandalorian. Nowhere.
I mean, there's a couple.
No, but it specifies light side Mando all over it.
If Beskar Mando is an ally, he gets the Scoundrel tag. Mm-hmm. Look at the size of the faction of Scoundrels we have in this game. This tune has some utility. And if Beskar Mando is there, he has 100% counter chance, spreading that healing immunity and ability block. This tune is going to get some use.
Well, they seem to do that because I don't know if we said this earlier or not, but he's a completely passive tune. So think Watts, think 3PO. They usually do a really great job with these characters, and they're usually able to be put anywhere you want for the most part, And I think this one might have a little niche area that you want it. Kind of like Watt only has after a while we figured out he only needs to go to a couple of teams. But if you want to put him anywhere, he enhances the team. So I'm sure, like you said, he seemed like a singular. He's one of those Mara Jade type characters that you don't need anything really. They're going to go hard probably at 3-star. We could probably unlock this character, take it to 11+, and it's probably going to do work for us because that's just insane.
It was just the part of the kit that says he gets the Scoundrel tag. So the rest of that opens so many doors.
So I agree. I like that a lot. But I didn't catch this part of this ability until Bones read it. Bones, read the part again about an allied summon.
Oh God!
Towards the beginning.
Where it
I missed it too. Where was that?
Are you talking about excluding summoned allies? That part?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me read it. It says, if Bando is an ally at the start of battle, IG-12 gains the Scoundrel tag. IG-12 gets 100% counter chance for each light side Mando at the start of battle, excluding summoned allies. He gets 20% max health.
So, in what situation would there be a summoned ally?
Afra? Is she a scoundrel?
She is a scoundrel, I think. I don't know. This makes me wonder if Bo-Katan Mandalore is going to have.
Yeah, I don't think Afra is not a scoundrel.
Okay. This makes me wonder: will Bo-Katan Mandalore?
Yes, she is.
Is she really?
Yes, she is. I'm looking at it right now.
No shit.
Look, I knew something.
No, she is.
I mean, I could see that happening because they have to cover their ass on all aspects. So it doesn't. So, you know.
Does this make you think maybe Bo-Katan will have some kind of summoned Mandalorian?
Possibly, because she had a bunch to her disposal. So
I feel like that would be really interesting. Usually, I'm not the one with the side tangent, but there you have it.
But do not ever have a tangent, Avant. And I don't even know why he called it a tangent. He just like went off the course for a second. But it would be cool if it was like the named character. Who was the girl that was next to her all the time? Like their two bodyguards. It'd be cool if she could just instead of like a generic Mando, if they like actually had a named character.
The only one I can think of is the guy. The guy was Axe Woves. I can't think of the girl's name.
Yeah.
I do feel like in any kit that we read, there are clues that lead us to where they're headed. So, I mean, that when it says excluding summoned allies, that, I mean, there is a case to be made, but.
Are they even doing a puzzle this year? Is there any whistlings of that going on at all? Or
I've not heard.
I feel like those kind of died, I feel like, with the old content creators. You know what I mean? All those guys that did the last puzzle are all gone. Escape Podcast, Gridden, Cubs.
It was the Afro reveal.
Yep. Yeah, because Afra and then Hondo as well. Because, you know, Paul always wanted Hondo and he finally got it and then they quit afterwards, but they all did. And I feel like they had better relationships with CG than any of the current ones really do, you know.
Yeah.
But I think they were tired of just hearing the bitching, so they just cut the content, whatever the gamers program or something. I don't remember exactly.
Well, I think there was a lot of behind the scenes crap that was going on. Lots of leaks going on. It's interesting though. Once you've been like talked to enough content creators, you hear a lot of crazy.
That whole bulldog thing.
Yeah, and so
that was something.
What bulldog thing? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, okay. I guess you'll have to tell me later. I don't know what you're talking about, but
just another content creator that did some sketchy shit.
I heard about Bulldog. I know who you're talking about. I never heard of him until the other day. And
I never really. I saw like one video he made, I think, once, but
it was strange. We were talking about it on the stream, and I guess I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he kind of showed that CG doesn't care about cheating, and he was
something like that.
Yeah, he was cheating for a long time. Showed it on the streams and stuff, and I think it took him a long time. Maybe he was even telling them, and they still didn't do anything. I don't know. But I just heard about this guy not too long ago.
Oh, really? That was a couple years ago, at least, I think.
But Blaze,
it's been a couple years.
Blaze, what do you think about this kit?
I mean, I look at these new things and I keep on the up and up, but just since I'm not really at your guys' level, I probably won't see this. See, I use Treya for different things than you guys do, and just things like that. So, like, I look at it, I scan through it, but you know, all in all, it's just not in my pathway for, you know, I'm just not there yet. I highly doubt anybody, you know, where I'm at would just have the Mandalorians too. You know, like, they'd probably just be similar where I'm at, most likely. So
will you take this character to Gear 8 or you leave it at Gear 1?
Gear 1.
Yeah.
I do star everything up that I have. If I'm not intending on using it, it just stays level 1, Gear 1.
So would you agree with Old Man Logan's sentiment that, I mean, kind of that he might be viable at low star in a way because of his kit?
Oh, yeah, no, it definitely sounds pretty sick. Like, yeah, it's just really in his kit. It's not really, you know, his stats beefing him. I guess, well, no, it is his health. It's definitely his health. His health is in there for sure.
I just think anybody that has the healer tag, and especially the Mando tag with how his kit works, I see some lower star viability. I mean, you know, you're going to get assists with healing immunity and ability block. That's just something I think a lot of people could use in their toolbox.
If you're able to stealth this character, he'll be very good at low star, low gear.
Do we know if Arnold tested him today?
He did. I didn't get a chance to see any of it.
Me neither. I didn't see him.
Like, I could probably use a roster review. I've given tons of roster reviews out, but I haven't really like a serious constructive criticism, you know, things like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. We do a fan section at the end
on your roster.
Okay. Yeah, mine. Yeah.
Oh, we can do that.
Yeah, we can do that in
Yeah,
the
we'll
stream.
do that. We can close out the
So-
stream with that.
You know,
Sure.
we'll close out the stream with that. We'll do
Sure.
that.
And don't let us forget, because we get in our like fucking roles.
Oh yeah,
and
we will.
try
We will forget.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, I've given plenty of roster reviews myself, but I could probably use one. I'm sure. You know, there's always something that I'm not seeing.
someone will say, "Can I get a roster review?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I'll copy the thing, and like 2 seconds later, just be like, "All right, time for Grand Arena." 19 times, I'm like, "Don't forget about
Oh
me.
man.
I need a roster review."
Yeah.
The one thing I'd like to start doing more of that on this stream. The it's like I don't want to bust the other person's balls. I want it to be constructive, to be like, hey, this is what the three of us, Avant, Bob, and I, think you should go for. Like, I think one of the viewer questions we have this week, and we'll obviously get to that much later, is Afra an option right now? And I would say yes or no, depending on where you're.
Save it. Save it. We'll get there.
Yeah,
we'll
that's for the end.
Come on, tangents. Tangents are for Bob. All right, leave the tangents to Bob.
Only for me. So before, do you guys have anything to say about him? We forgot to say the Omicron. I'm going to read that just so everyone knows it. But do you guys have anything else to say? What you think?
But go ahead, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, we should have just said "fuck this" and not even acknowledge it. But so in territory wars, the first time each allied light side Mando ally loses all protection, IG-12 gains a bonus turn, and the cooldown of no is reset. Call an additional other ally whenever IG-12 uses a special ability, and they gain additional effects depending on the ability used. Yes, assisting ally deals 10% more damage and recovers 20% protection. No. Assisting ally gains crit damage up. That sounds like shit. What do you guys think?
It's not an Omicron I'm ever going to spend any time fucking soon. No.
I mean,
no.
I think it will make a difference for TW, but this state TW is in, I'm not interested in dumping Omicrons into TW. I'd rather do it for the raid or for GAC.
Really,
But,
the raid
yeah,
over TW?
Oh hell yes, absolutely,
Yeah,
Really?
absolutely. Like the second the Scout Troopers Omicron becomes available, like here, take my Omicrons. Spent.
It's available. It's available now.
Oh shit! Hold on, let me go buy it.
That's funny.
Like I'm gonna do it like right now, like right this fucking second.
Dink Lord, what's up, man? How's it going?
Without a fucking thought. Imperial Troopers. Here we go. Dude, I've been so sick. I haven't even paid fucking attention.
Burrow just got hurt, fellas. Burrow is hurt. I just want to let you know that. Jimmy Burrow's hurt. Who day?
Bones with the tangent. Bones with the football tangent.
Sorry, my wife was telling me about it.
Yeah, no, I have it up in the background. He ran down the tunnel. He's getting examined in the locker room.
What were you talking about?
But yeah,
There it is.
personally,
And it's for 20, not 10. Those greedy fucks.
I'll be right back.
Randy, what's up, bro? How's it going, dude?
So
Yeah, I
while
think-
in speeder bike pursuit raid, Scout Trooper no longer consumes evade stacks when using her basic ability. While in raids, Imperial Precision's cooldown is reduced by 1. Whenever Scout Trooper grants an ally a buff, Scout Trooper's Imperial Precision ability gains 1 bonus damage stacking until the end of the battle. Upgrade? Yes. Done. Spent.
So does that answer your question, Vorius? It's good.
Well, the other thing is, if you look at the numbers that have been put up on what you could potentially get in this raid, yeah. Yeah.
Did you guys already go over the raid last week, or are you guys doing that this week?
we kind of know we went over that it was gonna that it was going to go, but there's been really no footage yet. We don't really know anything. We haven't seen anything. My guild hasn't started it yet.
Yeah, I don't think we have either.
So, but yeah, I don't really know. Where the fuck did everybody go?
All right, I'm back. Damn, everyone's gone. All right, fellas, what are we doing? You want to move on, or you want to keep talking about territory wars?
No, TW sucks.
Yep.
I'm good on that.
Okay, so what are we? Oh, are we moving on to the most exciting subject of Datacrons? Is
Yes.
that what we're moving on
Oh
to?
yeah,
let's do it.
yeah.
Fuck. All right, guys, I'm gonna go take a nap. I'll be back. I'm just kidding.
Well,
I'll let you guys talk about it. I'm gonna pull it up and so they can see the text.
to be 100% honest, I at least where I play, I have to talk about this because I saw this set of Datacrons and I kind of went, yo, it's gonna be a long fucking winter of Leia toxic team dominance. Because I'm not seeing a fucking thing in here. Not a fucking thing in here that is going to do a dent to the most dominant team in SWGOH history, which is Leia, Drogon, R2, Han, Chewie.
That's
I don't know.
I
I
see a fucking thing.
That's
in
I
this
nasty.
disagree. I disagree with that.
You know what? I am now going to give you the floor because I would love to know what it is you're seeing that I'm not.
So the main team that is not a mirror match that counters Leia is Jedi Master Luke with Cal Kestis and Jedi Knight Revan.
The win rate on that is less than 50%.
Okay, but what could that team possibly need to beat Leia? The problem with Leia is that Leia heals, right? So the best way to combat that is going to be if you can
Grogu.
get high damage, lots and lots of high damage, right? And so if you think about, I'm looking up a kit right now. So Cal Kestis does physical damage. Jedi Knight Revan, I believe, does special damage. Just confirming. Yeah. Grandmaster Yoda does special damage. Jedi Knight Luke, I believe, does physical damage. So you're split 50-50 with your Jedi under a JML lead. And so with this cron, if you get resistance penetration and armor penetration, and you get like a shit ton of those stats, your Jedi team can just boost their damage. And that's the way that you kill this team, is that you get to kill someone with Jedi Knight Cal's insta kill. But then if you can avoid resistance and avoid armor and just blitz characters, you could kill them. And it's a race, right? The fight against Leia is a race. You kill Drogon or you kill R2, and then you focus fire on Leia and you just go in. If you can go in on Leia and kill her, then it's over. So if you can find a way to blitz her, that's how you win.
I hear you on that. I understand that. I agree with it. Here's my issue. 1/3 of the stats that people are going to go for on this set of Datacrons, you are going to get useless shit in special and physical accuracy. This set, they have fucked you. Absolutely fucked you. Special and physical. So bad enough on this last set. Whenever I got something in the first two rolls, if an accuracy popped up, I sold it.
You have a 33% chance to get what you want.
But it's 1/3.
It's not
If
ideal.
you look at the 6 different chances of each level, 1/3, you're going to get an accuracy you're going to get an accuracy part. So now you've got to re-roll that shit, and hopefully you get something you want to deal with this. This is a money sink. This is a time sink. This is a re-roll sink. This is one of the most garbage set of Datacrons, other than Dr. Aphra. We'll get to that. This is one of the more garbage Datacron sets I have ever fucking seen. These are horrible.
I'm going to echo what Crafting Way said in chat. That's assuming that all the stats are weighted the same and that you have an equal chance to get each stat.
You know they're going to weigh accuracy more than anything else. What, like, Crafting Way, I love you, but dude, like, drink the Jim Jones Kool-Aid and get with the fucking program. You are in Latin America and you're drinking Kool-Aid and you're going to die. That's what's going to happen. The fuck out of here.
Can we make it more simple? It's a fucking Datacron. That's what you're saying about it right now is how every set is.
Well,
you just don't like it as much.
Bob, I can't look at this as, oh, it's just a Datacron. Datacrons are a thing in this game that, depending on where you are in the game, if you want to be successful, you have to invest. This set has become more of a grind because those 2 stats of special and physical accuracy, you are going to want to avoid like the fucking plague. You don't want those. You're going to want what Avant just said. You're going to want the armor pen, the resistance pen. Those are the things you're going to want. So you're going to want to focus on those. So you're going to have 6-7 million in Datacron currency. You're going to have some shit to roll it up to level 6. And there's a really good fucking chance that as you roll it to level 6, 2 of the secondaries you get are either special or physical accuracy. And you're going to be like, why do I want that?
Statistically speaking, that's very likely.
Yeah.
That's all I get. That's all I got in the last set.
But,
fucking accuracy.
Okay,
over and over again.
Why do you want that?
Let me drop this bomb on you. We had accuracy in the last set. We have physical and special accuracy in this set. Does that mean something is coming?
Dodge?
Yeah. I didn't want to say it. It's like the boogeyman.
I knew that's where you were going.
I want to say this to all the fucking whales. If they bring back the Datacron, you bastards better say fuck you guys and not participate in it.
Participate like a motherfucker.
That's what pisses me off about you guys. We need to band together.
I'm breaking out one of my silver credit cards and I'm going to spend like a motherfucker. It's happening.
Logan's going to have that 80% Dodgecron.
No, there's players like you that... That's
the last time the Dodgecron was out, I had a Dodgecron on my Lord Vader that was over 100%.
Can you guys imagine having to go against Leia and then an LV Dodgecron at the same time? You never get past the first 2 territories ever in Grand Arena for 4 months.
But
I would have a lot of 10 banner GAC matches.
But here's the other thing. And I want the whole panel's opinion on this. Regardless of where you are in the game, we know the dominance of Leia and the Toxic team.
Yeah,
we know that Datacron set is the latest one. With this set coming in, I mean, dude, this is going to be...
We're talking about 12?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be a miserable fucking winter. If you don't have Leia, you're fucked. You're fucked if you don't have Leia. Look at this set.
You should have.
I've got it pulled up.
if-
You got 5 to 10% on the special, and the same for the physical.
Yeah, because remember, the Cal Kestis Kron is about to go bye-bye. What in this set
Yeah, that's true.
is going to help you deal with Leia? The biggest problem in the game right now. You're fucked if you don't have her.
Yeah, I mean, they gave tons of additive drops though. So if you didn't go after Leia, I'm gonna ask you, if you're trying to be meta and you didn't go after Leia, what are you doing? If you're trying to stay at the top.
What was the question you had for all of us?
Truly though, Logan, how many people are mad about Leia within the community? It's not a large percentage of people.
It's not, because not a lot of people have her.
Right. It's Kyber 1 and maybe like a top portion of Kyber 2 and a couple people who wailed out on her who are going to escalate quickly through the GAC ranks.
Now, I will say there are some gems in this Datacron set. There are.
So, yes, but you're not going to get any faction bonuses or character bonuses that will help you take down GL Leia. But I think if you are willing to participate, farm, and reroll Datacrons, you can get some light side Datacrons that will get you stacking offense, and that will also get you armor penetration and resistance penetration, and it will help you beat Leia.
My only issue with that is, while I agree with you, the Datacron set that is about to expire that gave Jedi Knight Cal Kestis 15 stacks out of the gate.
That's why he was so good.
Now. You're not getting those now.
It's going to take you an extra turn to get to the kill, but the kill isn't what got you the win against Leia. What gets you the win against Leia is after the kill, you focus fire with Jedi Knight Revan on Leia, and you have to kill her before she gets to her ultimate. So I think
so hard
from a theory crafting standpoint, if you can focus fire on Leia, or hell, maybe you just go straight at her out of the gate and don't even worry about the insta kill with Kestis, and you just focus everything into Leia. If you have an insane amount of armor and resistance penetration, maybe you can just kill her first and then take out the ads or the supporting characters.
I'd agree with that.
Okay, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, I will say, now, if we put Leia aside, we talked about what's going to happen in the upper tier of players. Leia is an issue. It's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, so for the other 98% of the people who play the game, let's talk about someone else besides Leia.
Exactly. So let's talk about some shit that is actually, I feel, is going to be really useful for some players. Like, Cara Dune.
Mm-hmm.
I think her Datacron has some potential. Whenever Cara Dune removes turn meter from an enemy, she deals damage to them equal to 25% of their max health.
That's funny. I'm actually farming Cara Dune right now.
Yeah.
She's a really good character.
That's nice.
So what if they put Cara Dune with Leia?
She is a rebel.
No, you're not gonna. You are not gonna go away.
That's a really
from Drogon Datacron. No, you're no
revive from Mothma.
No, that's not gonna happen,
dude. I said let's get away from Leia, and then the first thing you say, I'm like, why do we put that with Leia?
It's not gonna work.
No, I appreciate that thought, and I think it's a good thought, but it's not happening till the Drogon Kron is gone.
Yeah.
But when I look at that Cara Dune Kron, that makes me think Sana Staros squad is not so useless anymore. I think it will elevate that squad a little bit to make it a little bit scary, especially if you can get what is it? The level 6 with Scoundrels that does the ability block.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because people love to use Wampa against rebels, and if you ability block Wampa, done. And like that squad will, I mean, even if you don't have the Cara Dune level 9, if you put a rebel ability block Datacron on your Staros squad, it will stop Wampa dead in his tracks or dead in her tracks, whatever Wampa's gender might be.
She's neither.
She's
now L337. Whenever L337 deals damage, she deals an additional physical damage equal to 25% of her max health. Whenever L337 gains prepared, she gains 15% turn meter.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one. I like that. So, is that worth taking her off a Ray team if you have her on a GL Ray? Is that worth sticking her back onto a
no
Dash team?
No.
Probably not.
Because for Dash, you're just going to use the IG-11 cron.
Okay. Yeah, I like that one too.
But
yeah.
My favorite Scoundrel cron is the Afra.
Well, I actually have L3 from the packs. I don't have IG-11, so the L3 one would actually work for me.
No, that would. That would, absolutely.
She's a great tank. Great tank. I have her. I've recently acquired her as well.
Yeah. No, I've been suggesting L3 to the people if they.
And I mean, she's been around since the beginning of time, but she's still
a really good tank.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now,
but I really love the Afracron. The bonus turn after any droid allies turn.
That's sick.
Afra. That Datacron was
a bonus turn, recovers 5% health and protection.
Every time a droid takes a turn. That's disgusting.
How do you stop that?
That is pretty gross.
The fuck? How are you going to stop that?
The only way to stop it
that is the Kron we had several seasons ago, and she was beating Jabba hands down.
Like full banners beating Jabba.
Yeah. Full banners, handing Jabba his ass.
That's crazy.
And that's a big ass to hand.
And to answer your question, Bones, you stop her with CLS Han Chewie and stun her to stop her bonus turn because she starts with 100% turn meter. And then you have to just keep hammering her until she dies. And
Crazy.
You hope that the droids don't kill you while you're trying to kill her, because BT1 will destroy you. That squad is really scary.
There's one Datacron I want to mention, because throughout the history of this show, I was given some grief about relicking this faction, but I did it. And now I'm glad I did.
Jawas?
So I'm going to talk about the Jawa Scavenger.
For 4 months, he'll be glad he did.
You bet your sweet ass. For
You
4
and
months,
23 other people.
I'll be glad that all my Jawas are in relics.
Was that a passion project? You just like the Jawas?
No, I wanted to do better in the Great Dragon raid.
How'd that work out for you?
It worked like shit.
You could just tell by how shitty the raid was. It wasn't going to last long. I'm just glad I didn't invest heavy into it.
You know, and that's the thing. I did. I hate to bring it up again, but the Jim Jones Kool-Aid, I drank it. Hut Cartel, I was going to bring them up to high relics regardless. Mandalorians, yeah, I put my necessary Mandos to Relic 8. Armor, I mean, I brought them up. Old Republic, I worked on a little bit, and I went, Tuskens, I brought them all to Relic 7. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to work my Jawas. And oh my God. Even when I put legend mods on them, they work like shit. However,
did you
dude.
get past 600?
That sucks.
No, all I could really get was 600,000. That's how bad they were
Yeah.
in that raid. They were so bad.
Oh god.
It was
That
it was
sucks.
A whale
like I
snack.
put
Whale bait.
6 dot mods on each Jawa, and it was ridiculously bad.
Do you have all
However-
your new raid requirements to R7? All the new indoor raid ones?
I will say we'll talk about this later, but I do want to talk about the next raid and where people should put relic levels. So we'll get to that.
Yeah,
But,
that could be helpful for sure.
Okay,
however,
so what Jawas and what Tuscan ones are standing out to you, bud?
Jawa Scavenger. Jawa
Yeah.
Scavenger always critically hits a Fable. The first time Jawa Scavenger is defeated, while there are any active allies, they revive with 100% health and gain stealth for 3 turns. Whenever an enemy is inflicted with thermal detonators, Jawa allies gain 10% defense stacking for 1 turn, and there is a 50% chance to inflict an additional thermal detonator for 2 turns.
Brutal.
So
Yeah,
for the
that's
UTD
nasty.
bomb, that could be dirty. That could be something you throw on offense if you have it.
And you could put it on defense, and
yeah, you could.
you have to kill Scavenger twice, which is
Yeah.
a problem because you're just going to keep stacking thermals and you're just going to pop.
Yep.
It's interesting. Like, if your opponent has a full relic Jawa squad and you can make your Jawa engineer super fast, that squad could be a real problem. Because engineer is going to feed turn meter to the whole squad. And then when you finally get your turns and you start attacking, you're going to stack thermals, and they're going to be an 80% chance to get another thermal each time you get one. Like, and then if you do beat them, the thermals are blowing up and you're losing banners, right?
Yeah.
To Jawas.
The fucking Jawas.
Yeah.
Now,
Damn
for
it.
Tuscans, the one that I looked at that I thought was pretty decent was Tuscan Warrior. Tuscan Warrior starts the encounter with 10 stacks of momentum for 3 turns. Now, 10 stacks already for 3 turns. Tuscan Warrior can gain stacks quickly. So whenever Tuscan Warrior gains momentum, she also gains 2% critical damage and defense penetration per stack for the rest of the encounter. Whenever finishing strikes defeats an enemy, they can't be revived, and then revive all Tuscan allies at the end of the turn if there is at least one Tuscan ally active.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
scary.
that's
scary.
fucking, like, in 3v3, that is going to be fucking filthy.
So,
And for 4 months, we're all
The
going to
cr-
wish we
If you
farmed our
spent
Tuscans.
that Omicron for the Tuscan in 3v3, God bless you. Because
Yeah,
that's
get
going
your
to
gas
do
out.
very well for you.
You're going to need gas to prevent revives is what you're going to need.
Yeah. That
But
is going to be disgusting.
The part of that ability that is like underlooked is that Tuscan Warrior starts with 10 stacks of momentum.
Yeah.
So under Tuscan Chieftain, if you attack Tuscan Warrior with that many stacks of momentum, you will be stunned.
Yeah.
Unresisted. So you have to kill Tuscan Warrior to dismantle that squad. And if you attack Tuscan Warrior, then you'll be stunned and lose a turn. Like the momentum shift of attacking that Tuscan squad will be infuriating. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it because I feel like that squad is going to really shake things up.
Yeah.
So, real quick, there was one, and we'll move on. When it comes to factions, there was one for Scoundrels. And I read this and went, wait a minute, what? And as we all know, Scoundrels is the biggest faction in this game. They have the most tunes. So, for factions, for Scoundrels, the first time each Scoundrel ally uses a basic ability on their turn, reset their cooldowns, and gain 100% turn meter. Limit once per character per battle.
And then put that with the Africron, you're fucked.
Dude, that's... I am wondering, Avant, what do you think? You have the Africron, you have that. Is this something that could potentially rival Leia?
I would be really interested to see how it performs, because so let's think about how Afra's kit works, right? If you put Afra with BT and 000, Afra starts with 100% turn meter. So then Afra uses her second special, which reduces all the enemy's cooldowns by 1.
Inflicts doubt.
And inflicts doubt, which stops you from gaining bonus turn meter.
Yep.
Then, at each time one of her droid minions takes a turn, she gets a bonus turn. Right? So, and then you're going to use her second special, you're going to use her first special, and then when she gets another bonus turn because a droid ally takes a turn, you use a basic. And then you're going to reset her cooldowns. She's going to gain 100% turn meter, and she's going to go again. So it will literally be an endless loop of Afra just fucking you sideways.
I'm wondering if there's like a hidden niche of a combination that CG is dangling in front of us that very well could deal with Leia. I mean, it's possible. Oh man. First impression, I looked at it and went, well, we're fucked all winter.
So the thing with Leia is that
it's a winter.
Here we are back to Leia. With Leia, you can't kill the character because they get second wind. So you're going to take them down to no health and protection, and then they're going to get second wind. So then you're going to have to kill them again. So you could potentially do that if you just have an endless loop of Afra turns, right? It could happen. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see and do some testing with it, but it looks really fun. It also looks terrifying if someone puts it on defense, because I don't.
Yeah, on defense, that's gonna be fucking horrible.
How do you interrupt all of the bonus turns and the 100% other than using like JMK, right? you drop Afra down and someone has to JMK it, like win. That's a win.
Again, I feel like this is going to end up being a lot of people's answers for Jabba. Like instead of two-shotting Jabba, which a lot of people do, this is going to be instead of using Night Sisters and then cleaning it up with Phoenix, this is going to be the answer for a lot of people to wipe out Jabba, get it done, and then use Phoenix for something else or whatever else they may use. And then we're still stuck in this room of this toxic Leia team.
So I've been corrected in chat. Shout out to Brill Council, who says, doesn't Leia prevent cooldown manipulation? She does.
She does. Fuck, so that Afra thing...
So we're back to square one.
Yep. So,
let's move on from Leia.
Well, we're just fucked. And
she's going to keep fucking us all winter. So let's just move on from her.
It still sounds like a sick combination, though.
I feel like it's Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. And we're just fucked.
Mm-hmm. Also, Brill also said something cool that I didn't think about. He goes, I get the feeling they made these Datacrons to keep folks from getting pissed about building the crate teams. It does seem like it's about the perfect time to release something like that right when the raid starts.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. So I have one that I've been having my eye on that I'm excited about. I have him. I'm like, fuck yeah. Mob Enforcer. And Gamguard.
Bob, are you like trying to
Is this a
jerk our
troll?
dick? Are you like fucking around? Like, what? Like, are
He
you being
inflicts
serious
fear
right now?
Is this troll Stradamus right now?
Yeah. Like,
Never.
I'm about to look at Mob. Whenever Mob Enforcer uses a basic ability, Mob Enforcer gains protection up 50% stacking for 2 turns and 50% turn meter. Whenever Mob Enforcer damages an enemy using a special ability, inflict fear for 1 turn on that enemy, which can't be evaded or resisted.
Where
That's
would
pretty
you
good.
even, where would you even use this
Hand
at?
me the toilet paper so I can wipe my ass with that fucking ability. Like, are you serious?
He might be great on a Drebin team. He's inflicting that fear, man.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine Mob Enforcer with Darth Revan? I think there's something to it.
Let's file this section of the podcast of things not to do. Do not put Mob Enforcer with your Darth Revan team,
Yes.
please, dear God.
Crafting
This
Way
is-
just said he's down to fuck Leia all winter. He's down. Well, good for you.
This segment reminds me of when Urzatron first started his YouTube channel, and it was Lobot versus the meta.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have Mob Enforcer versus the meta, and Bones is gonna try to beat shit with Mob Enforcer.
I will. If I roll it, I'll do something. Because I have him at Relic, so why the
Is
fuck
that your
not?
troll character, Bones? Mob, everything's just
Yep.
defaults to mob.
Yep. That's my go-to.
I would tune into that. You know, I would tune into that.
So let's give
on.
the floor to our guest for a hot minute. How do you feel about Datacrons? Do you use them? Do you invest in them? What is your overall thinking on Datacrons?
I if they were gone, I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd be glad or I'd be glad that they were gone if they were never there. But when they first came out, I didn't do anything with them. But just recently, since I've came back, I've kind of dabbled a little bit. I've got let's see here. Datacrons. I've got 3. I've got 5 level 3s. I mean, so it's basically what I can get with the materials that I have, and I just kind of just roll with what I get. And yeah, I mean, they're all right. They're kind of fun to use in a way.
So we get an
So
idea.
here-
Where are you at in GAC? What is your like? Are you in Kyber at all? Or are you what?
No, I'm in Chromium 4, I think. But I just
you don't need to
Where
really
am I,
get
John?
them. You don't really need.
no,
Datacrons.
I don't. I don't see too many in GAC. I really don't, hardly at all. But I
until you
did
get to
use
about Kyber 4 or 5 or 3. It's about when you start seeing them.
Yeah. Well, I got to a Rhodium. It's actually in my video 4 years ago that I made a GAC rewards video where everybody was hollering. They were bad. If you guys remember, what, like 2 Zetas for winning like first through, it was bad. The rewards were terrible when it first came out.
Yeah, usually when they
Yeah.
release something, they see if they can get
they
by
were
with
bad.
it, and if we get pissed off, they'll add to it.
But I was probably within 1 to 2 rounds of Kyber. Because I pulled up the screen where it showed that old bar, the old style way they did the things. But either way, I almost made it to Kyber. Then when I slowed down playing the game, I dropped down to Carbonite, I think, and then I'm not back into Chromium, and I think I got the win today. But yeah, I like GAC. That's my favorite game mode, I think.
Shit, I was about to ask you a question and it went
The
out.
Datacrons. Oh, I did use I beat a semi-relic Grievous team with my Relic 3 Omi Wampa, and I put a 20% protection Datacron on him just to give him a little extra, and I got 78 points.
I fucking love Wampa,
Nice.
man.
Yeah.
So, once you get a couple more GLs underneath your belt, you'll climb up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I was in Kyber 3 for the longest with 2 GLs, so...
Dude, it's possible. Like I look at all these people that I face, I'm like, bro, you should be clearing me with no problem. I have no GLs, man. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, you'll come up across a lot of different players. Some just don't know what
I'm
they're
gonna-
doing with mods.
yeah.
Some don't know what they're doing with strategy.
Yeah, I
Some
did get the win today. I guess he didn't attack. I don't know why.
Those are the best. I'm always praying they don't attack.
Let's see. Yeah, he's got Master Kenobi. I mean, shit, Master Kenobi. He's got Slacker. He's got Gas, Relic 8. He's got a bunch of shit.
What do you do when you hop into GAC and you have an opponent that has 2 or 3 GLs? What's your strategy for that?
Well, before this last round, I actually got first place. I got a 3-round dub and got first place.
Ooh, you broke out the broom.
Yeah,
Nice.
I cleaned house on that one. So on one of those rounds, the dude put Jabba on the back, so I was able to get through to the back wall. He had Jabba and CLS. I cleaned his CLS up, then worked through the top, and you know how people do, because there's no real. You open up the back, and then you can really see what you can do. And then so cleaned the top up, cleaned his ships up, and I just threw what I could for fun at Jabba. I had nothing. I don't think I have anything to beat it. Maybe you guys might find something I might be able to throw together, but I don't think
we'll
I have
help you with
anything.
that here at the end too. But
Yeah, sure.
But I find
But
that.
I also.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I just want to say real quick.
One of those rounds I faced a Relic 9 Ray in the front. That was some. God damn, that was.
Yeah.
I find that most of the time when I punch up against an opponent, it's because they didn't set a right defense or they set it too weak or something.
Yeah.
I have now four GLs, but mostly I just got that. So I've had 3 for the longest. I'll go up against 7 GLs, but they'll set like 2 GLs, and I'm like, why wouldn't you look at mine and say, all right, I'm gonna set 2 more GLs, and you can just fuck.
Yeah.
Me. I mean, it's fun. I mean, like I appreciate it. It gets me the win, and it's fun for streaming. But if I was them, I would be like, no, I'm going to set a fuck you defense.
A Relic 9 Ray, that's just something that you can't.
Dude, it was
unless
disgusting.
you have a really potent Star Killer team, and even with Datacrons, it's.
Especially if she has high offense.
Yeah,
on the
Ray, like, Star Killer is not automatic anymore against Ray.
I've seen a lot of people actually just use gas too. I'm just like, wow, this is crazy.
Well, it's like, I open up my GAC and I'm seeing Ray teams with 230, 240% defense Datacrons, and I'm going, my fucking Star Killer team is not going to deal with that.
And that's funny because I don't think that Relic 9 Ray had a Datacron. They just had, the will to get the Relic 9. Like, if you you want to get a character Relic, you can. You just farm the materials, he's Relic 9. But Datacron's a whole different thing. At my level, anyway, I don't think I had a Datacron.
And that's the thing about, especially players where you're at. Datacrons just, depending on what they have, they're changing your counters. Like the counters that you thought worked, depending on the Datacron they have, may not work.
Yeah.
So that relies on you investing in Datacrons for either offense or offense penetration or whatever the set may be, so that you can counter whatever it is that they're throwing at you. And that's, it's a pain in the ass.
Blaze, how far into Conquest do you get?
I can't. This last time I didn't get far at all. I got stuck hard. I wasted like a day and a half of energy on friggin' Malik. One of those in section 2. I don't know, halfway there's a fucking Malik. I was throwing shit at the wall, man. I couldn't believe it. I would get everybody down multiple times and just Malik hard stuck me.
That's another mode when you get 1 or 2 GLs, you can really, really get through it.
That's the exact same thing. Yeah, that's the exact same thing I say whenever I hop into a new conquest. I focus on some of the objectives per zone that I can, but other than that, I mean, I've got all 8 legends. I'm plowing through it. I'm getting through it as fast as I can, and then I'm worrying about.
Other than the feats, you can use whatever you want.
Yeah.
Blaze, the answer to that puzzle is Bosk lead bounty hunters and OG Mando just to disintegrate him.
Yeah.
Okay. Grief.
Yep.
Because Bosk lead, every time the enemy gets a debuff, you will heal yourself, and all of the ferocity will heal your whole team. and then you can just nuke. You can nuke Malik with OG Mando's disintegrate.
And
Okay.
when you finally get
Well, I
on
did.
the
I was able to clear it eventually. I popped one of those packs or those potions or whatever they are, and it gave me Moff Gideon Trooper.
Oh,
But that still didn't work for like a few, wasted energy tries, and somehow the RNG worked out where the Moff Gideon character just one shot Malik. I was like, oh my god, I'm through. Holy shit. God, I broke through, and then
Blaze, you wait. When you get one or two legends unlocked, dude, Conquest is just gonna you're gonna be
much
like
easier.
I haven't
what
broke through
the
normal
fuck
yet.
did why did I wait why did I wait so long?
Yeah. I remember working on gas before I quit. And then I came back and like, oh yep, gas. There he is. Gotta get him.
How close are you in a guild? Are you getting Ravish shards? How are your Inquisitors?
I don't know. I will have to see because we're still in the middle of it. But I was able to get into a decent guild. I'm in Battalion Bravos. With Dr. Zeppers and a few of those guys.
Oh, I know Zeppers. You're in with them? Okay.
Yep. Mulan Moo, you may have seen her around. I don't know.
If you can hook us up with some guests too, we're always looking for new guests, so I
Sure.
might have to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, I have a couple more questions about these Datacrons. Do you want to talk about anything else before I ask these questions?
No, please. I love questions about Datacrons because I invest. I think I'm sitting on 46 level 9 Datacrons, so I love Datacrons.
Anytime that you and Avant say love and Datacrons in the same sentence, I want to choke you guys.
Do you throw up in your mouth a little bit?
That's because you suck and you don't get with the fucking program.
It's just very interesting, watching high-end players play, such as you guys and then Zerath, Arnold. And it's just so crazy how a normal counter is just completely just doesn't work.
No,
you've got to 5-head it somehow.
It doesn't. Like, again, I had today, my opponent placed a Ray team, and the Ray team had like a Datacron that had like 230% defense, and I'm thinking, all right, my Star Killer is just not gonna fucking work here. Like, Star Killer's gonna do a swipe, and it's just nothing's gonna happen. So I've gotten to the point in the realm of Datacrons, especially with defensive Datacrons, I don't put Ray on defense anymore. If I see Ray, I mirror it. Because I know in a mirror match, I invest enough in Datacrons that I'm going to have a Datacron set that's going to be better than your secondaries, and I'm going to be able to beat it.
Did you beat it?
I beat it with my Ray. First time. Beat it.
Wow. Nice.
Okay. Well, that's because I had a Admiral Akbar defensive Datacron that had like 285% defense. So I just went with a higher defense, and literally what their team had, I mirror matched it. I did the exact same team and went, my defense is better than yours. And here's the other key.
There's a battle of Datacrons.
My Ray is slower than theirs.
That helps.
I want my Ray to be slow.
So it was a football game.
Their ultimate, I hit mine. And then they do their ultimate, and it doesn't hurt me.
It was a football game, and the final score was 5-3, and all the fans left at halftime because it was boring as shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I've been playing this 11.4 million account on stream, and so it's a whole new world, for sure. But I went up against a slow Ben Swolo, and maybe the rest of the team was really slow as well. I don't know, but they were all so fucking slow that I timed out, or I just got beat because I could never get around the damage, and he never went away. And so, you have Swolo doing his thing, 50 RT, Barris, and maybe it was Cal or something, but it was fucking tough, man. And I immediately told Mike that make our Ben Solo fucking slow as possible and tanky as possible, because I never thought about that. I never went up against one like that. I've always just sliced through it with Starkiller. So yeah,
Ray Rock, what's up, dude? What's happening?
Ray Rock, we've been talking about you, man. Where you been? Good Thirsty Thursday, buddy. It's always Thirsty Thursday in the cantina.
It's the 2 for Tuesday and the Thirsty Thursday.
I'm still drinking bourbon on the show. I don't care how sick I am. I'm fucking here. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck it. All right, fellas. I'm sick and tired of talking about Datacrons, so let me get these questions out of the way. It's just what I'm asking.
Oh, no. Hold on. Whoa. We still got another thing we got to talk about.
What?
And I know our guest is going to feel a little left out, but Avant has got to talk about this new event.
Wait, hold on.
Where the currency's going.
Let Bones finish his Datacron.
Yeah, I'm not finished with the Datacron question yet.
Oh, there's Datacron question. Oh, I thought you were trying to get away from Datacron.
Well, I am, but that's why I said let me ask these questions real quick. Okay, so I just want to know, like, what do you guys think about the Gamorrean Guard one? Is that
I think the raid is actually finally live.
Oh,
It just told me the client restart.
It might be.
Yeah, it's live. It's live.
No, the Gamorrean Guard is the max cooldown of muscle in is reduced by 2. If the ally in the leader slot is Hut Cartel and not Gamorrean Guard, whenever they use an ability, Gamorrean Guard assists. Whenever Gamorrean Guard inflicts damage over time on an enemy, there's a 50% chance to inflict an additional damage over time for 3 turns, and Hut Cartel allies gain 10% max health, max 50%, and max protection.
That last part. That's what I'm talking. That last part.
No.
I think that's the least interesting of the Hut
Literally,
Cartel.
that is shit. That is
fuck you guys then.
Like, I'm literally taking a shit and I'm wiping my ass with sandpaper.
Bones.
Like,
Bones.
I
If
don't care.
you're farming Datacrons and you want to go for a Hut Cartel Datacron, the first one you should get is Bausch.
Yeah.
The second,
Well,
the
that's what
second one
I wanted to cover these. So yeah, that's what I was going to ask. That was the second.
The second one you should go for is Chrysanthemum.
Yep.
The third one you should go for would be either Mob Enforcer or Cad Bane.
Cad Bane's the next.
Probably Cad Bane, and then Mob Enforcer and Gamguard are at the bottom. Like, you want Bausch. Bausch is the one that you want.
Yeah.
Because the max cooldown of Inventive is reduced by 1. So you're going to be throwing out so many extra thermals.
Do you think that Croissant one's going to be that effective?
Well, I mean, if Chrysanthemum is taunting and then reflecting 20% of the damage dealt, yes.
But, yeah, exactly. See, you got to think, whenever you're facing a Jabba team, who are you hitting on the onset? 90 to 100% of the time.
Chrysanthemum.
You are literally trying to knock Chrysanthemum's dick into the door. Like, it's like you are hitting him nonstop. And
until
all
you
that
can get
damage
around
is
him.
being reflected back at you.
Let's say you're using Jabba on offense with the Croissant Cron. Would you want to put Lando's A3 on Croissant instead?
Well, first of all, I would never use Chrysanthemum's Cron for Jabba on offense, so that rules that out.
But not everyone's you. Not everyone's on their yacht.
I would go for Boosh. Boosh is the one you want.
Boosh Leia.
I didn't ask about that. I said not everyone gets to re-roll and get everything they exactly want. I have to take what I'm given. I don't have enough crystals and stuff to refresh and get re-roll materials and all that. Like sometimes I have to.
I'm just gonna sit on my yacht and shut up. That's what I'm gonna do.
You know what I mean? So let's say I'm rolling my ass off. I'm only focusing on one, and I'm re-rolling over and over again, and I can't get the Boosh one, and I get stuck with Croissant. Would I put the A3 on Croissant instead of Boosh? That's my only question, and we can move the fuck on.
I mean, if you have no other option, yeah, going on offense, that's going to help you because Chrysanthemum is going to get the taunt, Everyone's going to be focused on him. It's going to reflect the damage. So, yeah, it will be helpful. Is it my first choice? No. But it helps.
Let me stop your argument right there. I appreciate you asking that counter question, but let's do some math, okay? Math is hard, so let me break it down for you.
I don't like math.
There are 5 HUD Cartel characters with Datacrons. If you happen to roll a Datacron from level 8 to level 9, and it is not the character that you want, there are 4 remaining characters that you could get on a reroll. When you reroll, there are 2 other choices other than the original choice. So on a reroll, you have a 50% chance to get the character that you want.
That is true.
If you get the Datacron, let's say you roll a Mob Enforcer Datacron, which you don't want. Reroll it.
I do want that one.
Okay, you get a Gamorrean Guard.
Yes.
Datacron. Oh wait, you want that one too, don't you?
I want them all, man. I want them.
You get a Cad Bane. You get a Cad Bane Datacron, and you're like, damn, I really wanted either Boosh or Chrysanthemum. I'm gonna re-roll this. There's a 50% chance that you're gonna get Boosh or Chrysanthemum.
Okay. And matter of fact, if I get Boosh, I'm re-rolling that bitch. I am going to get Mob Enforcer.
You are insane.
I almost want to do that just to spite you guys.
Is,
I want to video it and send it to you guys.
Let's file this into that folder of things not to do again.
I love you guys. All right, let's move on. We've been here for long enough.
So let's go into Avant segment. So we had a new event. And depending on how many GLs you had, was dependent on how much currency you had. Mm-hmm. So let's just start with Avant. What did you think of the event? I'll let you take it around the panel. How did you feel about the currency? How did you feel about what could be bought? And what do you think people at certain players should spend that currency on?
So my biggest fear with this event was that the event would be as hard as Proving Grounds and that people would not be able to clear them and get the currency. And I will say I have all 8 GLs and they all have ultimate except for Leia. And I was able to beat all of them. I think 5 of the 8 tiers I beat like pretty easily. There were like 2 or 3 that were challenging. I think the hardest one was Slicker.
Yep.
And it took some theory crafting with the community to figure out how to beat that one.
It did. It really did. That one was tough.
And you need the ultimate
Is that where you use
it,
Slacker, or you? Which one do you use against Slacker?
Where you're using Slacker to try to beat Rey. And for whatever reason, Rey's ultimate stance, when she unleashes it, she has like
the entire team.
Like a 10 times multiplier with the damage and just kills everyone.
It kills your entire team other than you.
Yes. So I personally thought the events were tuned fine. You can go in with a Relic 7 GL, and if you have the right strategy and most of the characters that are required for the Galactic Legend, you can beat it and you can get the currency. So I found that to be well done. So let's give CG some praise that the difficulty of the event was appropriately scaled and players could participate and get rewards.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I personally did not spend any of the currency. I also did not refresh any of the attempts to get more currency than the regular amount. I mean, I know you could.
And why is that, Avant? Why didn't you spend any of it? And why didn't you refresh?
Well, okay, so this gets to Logan's question. What is the currency for? And the answer to this question depends on your GP and what you're working. If you have
big time,
if you have all of the conquest characters, then this event is a luxury for you, and you will be spending your currency on Omicron mats. Which is, if you have all of the conquest characters, there's nothing else you should be spending this currency on other than Omicron mats. The Chirotechs are not worth it.
It's not worth it.
You can get the Chirotechs in other places that are better value. You can get, I mean, there's character shards, but I don't need any of the character shards. Now, I think if you are like Blaze, like you, if you are in a place,
I'm looking at
where
the shop now, so
if you need conquest characters, this currency will be a really good way for you to accelerate farming these characters. Characters like Cat, Maul, Darth Malgus. Those 3 characters will transform squads and your roster in very valuable ways. And I think that you should absolutely go after those characters before you go after Omicron mats or signal data or any of the other tempting stuff in that store.
yeah,
those character
Tier
shards
12
are
plus.
so valuable.
Like, literally, when the event started, I went through every GL event. I had a little hard time with Slicker, figured it out, and I did. I refreshed everything, and I got the max amount of currency. And then again, I looked at the store, and again, this is just where I'm at.
You got 10K?
I looked at that.
You maxed out at 10K?
Yeah, I refreshed until I couldn't refresh anymore.
What the
No, it's
fuck?
not 10K. It's not 10K, Bones. It's
not 10K.
I think you could do 2 refreshes per tier, right?
Yeah. You get 1 for free, and then it's 2 refreshes per tier.
So you have 7,200 currency.
Yes.
I got 2,400, and then if you refresh again, you get 4,800. If you refresh again, you get 7,200, and the max is 10,000.
And the store refreshes every 3 days, and I can buy Omicron mats. So,
So essentially,
I look at that as, for me, holy shit, that's just more Omicrons than I can get. And it's also a thing of, now that and again, I'm a spender. If a pack comes out that has Omicrons, I'm going to buy it. So it's also one of those things where if I have every Omicron that I could possibly want, because obviously in the hierarchy of things, where I spend my Omicrons is for GAC. After that, I'll look at TW. But now that I'm getting a extra surplus of them, I may now have an avenue where I could go, okay, well, not now. I just literally, during this fucking stream, I just spent 2 on the fucking scout trooper for the raid. But where I'm at, yeah, that's all Omicrons. Now, like, Bob, for you, or especially like my son, I was actually talking to him about this the other day. He's got 5 legends. He went through the 5, refreshed each, and I went, buddy, you need to do whatever conquest character you don't have that you want. You need to focus your currency on that. Like, your focus needs to be on, if you don't have Ben Solo, focus on that. You want to get again, conquest characters. That is an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, like,
for people to really, really, I mean, it's another form of progression beyond proving grounds to get those conquest characters up and running.
Yeah.
So
Blade, what do you think about that?
I like the shop a lot. I mean, and it even made everybody who bought the packs even made that more valuable. So it's I mean, it sounds like, late game players are pretty happy with it. It sounds like everybody's happy with it. I like it. Sounds pretty cool to me. I'm looking at it right now. I mean, we can discuss in more detail when the roster review of like which specific character I should go first, depending on my roster. But yeah, I mean, probably Malgus or Ben Solo, because I don't know how close I am to Master Kenobi, but I do have a Darth Revan team, and soon to have a Rey team.
So I stepped away for a second, but here's some math for you. If you have all 8 GLs, then you get 2,400 currency, which gets you 4 Omicron mats, and that's every 4 weeks. So we'll say every month, roughly. So 4 mats. If I were to refresh each one for 250 crystals each, I would get another 4 mats. So you can get a max of 12 mats per month.
And that is amazing.
Where you need 20 for an entire Omicron. And that is good because you're adding 60% of an Omicron every month. There's many empty
there's stuff in here for
Omicrons
all levels of players is what really makes it good.
It is. Blaze is right. Like, it's not just for the top tier players for Omicrons, but it's also for mid to lower. If they have 1 or 2 legends, it helps them. It's beyond proving grounds. It helps them.
It is. It's proving grounds plus.
It is. It's amazing. Yeah. It's I have to tip my cap to CG for doing this event, and I also have to tip my cap the fact that they didn't make it ultraly hard. They didn't. Like,
that is nice to hear.
Things out. You may have to relic a couple characters, maybe.
Yeah.
But other than that, the event was not that challenging. The events were not that challenging.
Right. But they built it so that if it is the Jedi Master Luke event, you are using Jedi Master Luke and the cast. So odds are you have a team to use with Jedi Master Luke. Yeah. So it's not like you're not using the opposing faction, right? It is the faction that you have and unlock, and then whatever characters go with that character. So it makes sense that you would use that character to get more rewards. It's well done. It's a good.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready for my opinion? Or go ahead, Blaze. You have something to say?
I was just saying, and the more you have, it's just even better. Like, you guys are saying, you guys can rack up, 3,000 tickets or so.
All right, are you guys ready? So, before I start to complain,
oh, Jesus Christ, here we go.
It is extra resources that we get. So, I mean, really, you can't complain. I get it. No matter what level you are, if you can participate, you're able to get a little extra something. So it's a positive in the game. It's a positive in the community. I'm saying that, so I get that. But I still have problems with it. Obviously, it's for the whales, because I've heard whales complain like, oh, I can't even compete. I can't even do anything in Proving Grounds. You can't even go in and try to help somebody. You can't play it at all, or maybe you can now, but you couldn't. Anyway, so I get it. But you guys said this for everyone. This is for the fucking whales. Okay, so coming from my point of view, I have 4 GLs. I couldn't beat the Slacker one, so I got what, 900. I'm broke, so I don't have no crystals to refresh. So I got 900 for the month. Oh, awesome! I got 2 fucking Malgus shards or 2 fucking size shards a month. Whoop-de-fucking do for me. So it's great for you guys to get fucking 8 Omicrons. But like, here's my problem. CG, let the fucking hold on. CG, let the fucking conquest characters go. Let us have some. For 300, let me have 5 shards. It had to be 2. Now, here's another thing.
that's pretty shitty.
This is what pisses me off. Let's say I buy these 2 shards, right? And I including Proving Grounds, and it gets to the point where I'm almost in the unlock, and I have fucking like 328 out of 300. So now I have to wait another fucking month because I went onto an odd number, and I almost have it, and this shit happens to everybody all the time. Like, make it fucking 5. Make it even. Like, it's not that much to ask for. That's like my biggest complaint. I'm saying it's a good event. The difficulty was easy except for the slacker thing, but people figured it out. But like, let the fucking conquest characters go. And I'm just saying, give me 3 more shards for 300. I made 900 a month, so give me fucking 300. Not everyone's going to be able to whale. Not everyone has 8, even 7 or 6. Not everyone's going to be able to refresh the 250 to get a little bit more. I'm not saying that the refresh is insane. I think that's a decent amount. Like, I think most of it's positive. But how long has Cat been out? How long has even Malgus been out? Like, let it go and just let us be able to
Soul
get
even further than that, right?
Yeah, just all of them. And like, they already make it tough to Red Crate. And then like after that, they get more and more rare. You're already making it tough. Like, just let him go. That's it. That's all I got to say about that. But.
I'm sorry. I have to read what Ray Rock said in
I
chat.
know.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Hate to break it to you, Bones, but 5 is not an even number.
Unless you take it times 2, and then it is. It turns out to be an even number at the end. I know what you're saying, but in the end,
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I had to read it twice because I know my brain's not working the way it should. I'm getting this fever, and I'm like, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So
it's
hearing
slow, Bones. It's slow as hell. That's the way it is.
It's a bonesy. I pulled the bonesy.
So hearing your complaints on that, I understand. But my counter question to that would be, at what point do you want CG to like give you a conquest character?
I didn't say give. I said give me 3 more. I just said give me 3 more shards. I didn't say give it to me for free now. But I just said it a minute ago. They get harder to achieve after Red Crate. It's hard just to Red Crate. Like, in this game, things should be easier to acquire, at least if it's old. If it's the last 2 or 3, no, don't let me get it. Make it hard. But once they get
want
to a
you
certain...
to spend on the Conquest Pass, Bones.
And I get that. I get it. But after fucking 3 years, can I get 3 shards or 5 instead of 2? That's all I'm saying. But go ahead, Yvonne. I'm listening. My bad.
I think the model is that CG will release these characters, right? So they're releasing these conquest characters. People, like 98% of the SWGOH player base does not like conquest. There's like a weird 2% of people that are like, oh, I love conquest. It's so much fun.
Who the fuck says that? Who the fuck says I'm almost at 12 million GP and I hate this shit?
It's
Avant,
boring and bland.
Are you one of those people, Avant?
No, I do not enjoy conquest. I enjoy getting the character from conquest, and I enjoy that I can farm Datacrons and that I can farm the Datacron materials to like spice up the game with Datacrons. But I think
Get out of here,
conquest,
Zeppers. You lying.
Zeppers, good to see you, buddy. Hope all's well.
I think that conquest is just a not fun game mode, but it's a necessary evil because
necessary evil.
I want the conquest tune. I don't want to have to farm them from Proving Grounds. So I'm going to do conquest to get the character. Do I enjoy conquest? No. I find the grind and the time sink of it to be incredibly annoying. But I do conquest and I red crate so that I don't have to buy the conquest pass and so that I don't have to farm these characters in Proving Grounds because it's stupid. But
and again, that's where I'm at. Like,
well, if they made it like, say you started out in a tunnel and you're just going somewhere, and each stage progress farther along that path, and then hey, you get to like a wall with like a metal building or something, and then you go further into that, like different scenes instead of just a random, Geonosis something or a random this map. That's what kind of makes it feel like they're kind of their own separate things instead of something that progresses together.
Well, see, like, as a spender, when it comes to Conquest, what I do is I buy the $9.99 pass every Conquest.
I debated it. I haven't bought it.
That's something in my budget that I pay for every month. It's just
$10 isn't shit.
It's just there, $10. So for the first Conquest, I go nuts. I do everything I can to get Red Crate. Once I get Red Crate once, all I got to do is spend $9.99 for the next two, and then I just do Gold Crate, and then I focus on Datacrons, and that's it. And I'm done. 1 red, 2 gold, $9.99, 3 months, done. I get my character. No fuss, no muss. Ain't gonna fuck with it, worry about it, lose sleep, no high blood pressure. I don't have to drink more, beat my pets, beat my kids. Don't have to worry about it. It's done.
You just buy the basic pass?
That's it. $9.99.
And you feel that benefits you a lot?
I get Red Crate one time. The next two, I get gold. And then I focus on Datacrons. That's it. $30, 3 months, done. I get the character. To me, that's
$30 is too well.
That's money well spent. Money well spent.
I've never bought the Conquest Pass.
And then there's a VOD.
What's so funny is you guys like stay on the same level account wise almost, and he doesn't spend any money at all. It's just funny.
Well,
I'm an evil genius.
I admire VOD. I love the fact, like, I can't imagine what he goes through having to try to get Datacrons, yet Red Crate more than once. Like, I can't imagine that stress. Like,
it's not stressful. It's just intense planning and playing Ewok battles while I take a dump in the morning.
And you know what? I don't shit that much, and I give 0 fucks. I just don't want to deal with that stress.
Sometimes you don't have to shit, but you just. Sometimes you just sit down, and you're not actually going to the bathroom. Sitting there, chilling, killing some shit with Ewoks, and then I go about my day.
Amazingly enough, I know some people look. I know some people look down on spenders. Oh, you fucking just buy it. Ugh. Well, and I don't mean to sound like a pretentious prick, but I'm gonna.
But you do. Go ahead.
We can. We're in a position in life where we can, and it's just stress that we don't want to deal with. So we chop certain amounts of stress away from the game that we love to play. And again, like I tell my wife, I'm not gambling, and I'm not doing lines of coke off a hooker's ass. So, feel thankful that my free money that I earn, I spend on this stupid game to talk to like-minded, wonderful, beautiful people like you. That's what I do. I
have never looked down on someone who spends in this game. If you choose to spend, you choose to spend. But like, some people spend their money on other stuff. People spend money on this game because it brings them enjoyment.
Before, if I'm going to spend a $60 Steam game or PlayStation game, why can't I buy some gear or something? I don't know.
I made a mistake, and I actually went on a couple of Reddit forums.
Oh God.
No, well, hold on. I've heard about them. I've never done it. Never engaged, but I went, okay. I'm curious. I've heard about it on the Gambit podcast. I've heard about it from Zareth, Solo Base, heard about it. And I went, you know what? I want to know what the fuck these guys are talking about. And dude, the toxicity. And we're not even talking System of a Down like toxicity. Like it was.
I'm glad you said that because I was going to make that reference.
Thank you. It was like some of the hatred of you fucking spender, bro. It was like, dude.
Well, I want to say, like, I'm on Facebook groups, and now people make fun of people for saying that they're free to play. So it's almost kind of reversed as well. Because people, like, nowadays, free to play isn't that big of a deal. You can't really, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not. It's not as cool as it once was. So now people troll people that say that they're free to play.
I'm not a first-class player. For Christ's sake, I lost my last match. I got regulated to Kyber 2. I got to bust my ass to get back to Kyber 1. Granted, I spend, but it's something I spend on because I enjoy it. I just like.
And that's like I have tons of games. I have a ton of games. It's like, but I somehow find myself just playing SWGOH. I'm like, let's just play SWGOH. Fuck it.
Same here, man. I have like Baldur's Gate, fucking Starfield, Hogwarts, fucking every good game that came out this year that you could spend hundreds of hours in each one. And I spend like 20 hours and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go play my mobile games. And I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that I do that, but I agree. And going off what you're saying, Logan, I don't look down on them at all. I just give you shit. But if I had the money, at a minimum, if I had the money to be able to spend $100, I would on a crate, at least every month. Obviously, I'm broke as hell. But if I had the expendable outcome, I would at least like to get that every month. So I would whale if I could as well. So
honestly, 100%. I did do some figures. I did look into this, and my average, I spend about $300 to $400 a month.
You piece of shit, get out.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the shit right there. You motherfucker. That's what I'm talking about.
I think
that's what I'm talking about.
You're off the podcast. Blaze is in. So.
God.
That's motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, I guess we'll keep you since I have no choice.
Oh man,
what were we even talking about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who the fuck just said I love whales in the game except Logan? Someone excommunicate that.
Havorius, you're out.
I don't feel good. I'm being rash. Fuck that dude. Fuck you.
Havorius, in the words of Kenny Powers, you're fucking out.
You know what? I will tie you down and torture you with Kenny G music for the rest of your fucking life.
Logan's keeping the lights on for us.
Oh, hold on. It's getting late. We've got some podcast questions, and then we are going to do a roster roast of our guest. We've got to do that. We said,
Ray Rock, you heard that, dude? I'm finally getting a roster review, bro.
Wait a minute.
He's been on tons of my streams that I'm reviewing.
You know what?
Did you say review? Did you say review or roast?
Roast.
I said roast.
Roast. We're gonna roast this motherfucker.
Okay, just checking.
God.
Just
checking. We love him. He's been a great guest. We want you on again, but we're gonna roast the motherfucking shit out of your ass.
I'm be crying.
No, you're gonna be done.
Okay, we're not gonna talk about the raid and the problems that it had.
Yeah, we got to talk about the raid too, if you guys want.
There's nothing to talk about.
It had a bunch of problems.
There's no footage.
Okay, I'm gonna say this.
We don't have to spend 30 minutes on it. I'm just saying.
I think we can push the raid talk until people get some gameplay, and we can talk about like how it's going and how it's performing.
Actually, wait a minute. We're not going to be here next week.
No, we're not.
That's Thanksgiving.
Damn, yeah.
So let me sum up the raid in one sentence. They released the raid.
Give us a list of characters.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah,
Imperial I'll have to go back and look at that.
Rebels, Imperial troops.
Let me sum up the raid and the release in one sentence. CG released the raid and it's bugged.
Which Bonestradamus said as soon as I heard about it being like altered and
Look.
turned into different kits and shit, I knew it would be.
You don't need to be a fortune teller to realize that some shit is going to be bugged.
Well, hell,
with
that's the
CG.
Leviathan and then the Leia stuff now.
It's every fucking update.
No, they put out a couple of posts that shit was bugged.
But things were soft locking today. Like a lot of my friends and stuff couldn't get in. My buddy was trying to do the Bush Leia marquee because he has a new account. It would soft lock in the same turn, same move, everything. He tried different characters. He tried BlueStacks. He tried his phone, and like it was pretty fucked up. But all right, that's just what I wanted to say. Do not talk about Bethesda crafting way. They can do no wrong. Those are my people. I'm a fucking fanboy. Starfield is game of the year, even though didn't even get nominated. I didn't even fucking play
hell
it.
no.
I didn't even play it, but it's game of the year. I don't want to hear it.
Let's go to the questions. Let's go to the questions.
You bow down to fucking Todd Howard. He is the savior. He is Jesus.
Questions.
All right, I'm done.
Okay. So, viewer questions for this week. First one is from Extreme Makeover Alderon. This is for Avant Docs, since I'm pretty sure Bones will say Long John Silver's or Captain D's or some terrible shit like that. Question is, where is your go-to place for Maryland crab cakes? Extreme Makeover Alderon is asking because I live in Maryland, and yes, crab cakes and football, that's what Maryland does. Yes, that is true.
He didn't ask you if you liked him. He said, where did you go to get him?
Okay, Bones.
I went
actually
oyster digging in Maine one time.
Bob's
nice.
being like the fucking.
Okay, so the answer is always order your crab cakes if you want them Maryland style in Maryland. If you're in another state and they advertise Maryland style crab cakes, they're lying to you. They're not Maryland style. There's probably too much mayonnaise or too much breadcrumbs, and it's not good.
You know what? I'll agree with that.
And so it depends where you are. If you're in Baltimore, stay away from the Inner Harbor and never, ever go to a restaurant in the Inner Harbor. There's places in Fells Point that are good. When I lived in Fells Point, one of my favorite places was called Duda's Tavern. Duda, Duda's. It's right on the water, and they have great crab cakes. You know the restaurant's good if you order crab cakes and they offer them to you on crackers instead of a sandwich. That's a good way to judge a restaurant.
He's actually right on that one.
But there's a lot of good restaurants like outside of the Baltimore area that have really good crab cakes. There's a place called G&M. It's like a famous Greek restaurant that has crab cakes. There's some good places in the Annapolis too, but never go to Phillips. Phillips is in the Inner Harbor, and that's where all the tourists go. You don't want that. So kind of a vague answer. I mean, I can give like restaurants, but I feel like most people won't know. But if you're in the Baltimore area or the Annapolis, if the restaurant has crab cakes that you can get on saltine crackers, you know they know how to make crab cakes.
I prefer mine frozen straight out of the grocery store. The farther from the coast, the better.
Of course, Bones would say that.
You know, Bob, this is why we've had so many comments of people going, can someone please teach Bob how to cook? Anywho, next question.
My girlfriend won't even let me help. My wife won't even
Bob,
let
you
me
would
help.
burn. Bob, you would burn water. Next.
That's why they excluded me in the post.
Yeah.
Next question is from Sardukar. What is a sci-fi that you wish had more of an expanded universe or long ranges of movies and shows that is not Star Wars?
The Thing. 1982, John Carpenter's The Thing. Now, some people have said the way it ended is the way it should have ended. But Dark Horse Comics, back in the day, in the early 90s, expanded that story, and I read it, and I went, oh, fuck, that is actually pretty cool. And I don't know, to me, hands down, The Thing, 1982, is one of the greatest sci-fi horror movies that was ever made. Rob Bottin's work in special effects with they were all practical effects. To this day, hands down, is some of the best effects you could ever see. So, to me, it would be The Thing.
Blaze, what about you?
What was it? What was the question?
Sci-fi that you wish had more of an expanded universe.
Beyond what we have now. Beyond Star Wars.
That had more of an expanded universe?
So maybe something like it was one show or one movie and you wish there was more of. That was like...
That's a good way to put it. That's decent.
You want me to come back to you?
I'm not a huge moviegoer, to be honest. Like, I watch movies and stuff, like, obviously the Star Wars movies, but man, is that the thing you're talking about? Is that related to the TV show? Is that the same thing, or was there a movie and then the TV show? Because I remember the TV show when I was a kid.
The Thing was a John Carpenter movie made back in 1982. And then they made like a prologue back in like 2016. But other than that, no, there's not been a TV show made out of it.
There wasn't in the late 80s? The Thing, a show? I could have swore there was.
Not a show. I mean, there was a movie made in 1982 by John Carpenter, the classic.
Maybe, there might have been a show that was called The Thing, but maybe it wasn't the same.
Oh, maybe it wasn't the John Carpenter thing then. Maybe it was something else I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I would have said Creep Show, but they did a series, and that series has been outstanding.
While you're thinking, Blaze, I do have.
Yeah.
I have two. You're good, buddy. And if you don't have an answer, it's okay. You don't have to answer. There's some that I don't even. I'm not even part of this. But this was a great question, and I have two. The first one is Alita Battle Angel. I think that's a great show. I know that there's. I don't know if it's a manga.
Did you sneeze or did you say a title?
Alita Battle Angel. If you haven't watched the movie,
it's a CG anime type thing.
Okay, but like the movie was, it was a movie. It was sci-fi. If you haven't watched Alita Battle Angel,
CG.
You need to watch it. It's not just animated. It's live action, but there's a lot of CG. It's CG heavy. She's an android. I'll have to just send you a trailer or something. It's a great movie. But yeah,
send me a trailer because
it's worth watching. Nope. If you're a fan of anything, Star Wars, sci-fi, it's a great title. But I think it was either a show or a manga or something before that. Maybe it was like an anime. I don't know. But they turned it to live action. So there's more content for it, but maybe it just didn't. I thought it was well received as well, but I don't know. For some reason, they haven't made any more. But also, District 9. Whenever District 9 came out, I thought it was a great movie. Loved it. I was like, it ends on a cliffhanger, pretty much saying there's going to be a second one, and nothing ever came out about it. And I was always really sad about it. It was a really good movie. That's all for me.
I mean, it's not really sci-fi, but I always, as a kid, I enjoyed playing Magic the Gathering. And I know there's like a bunch of books and stories about that. I feel like that would be something cool to put into like movies or TV shows. I don't know if that's been done or not, but that sounds like something that would be interesting.
I played a lot of Magic the Gathering back in the day.
No, that's a good one. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, but Avant, you don't look like a MTG nerd. That's cool to know.
Deceptive.
They're coming out with a lot of stuff right now. They're really rolling in the dough. They announced a Fallout series. I'm talking about the people who make Magic the Gathering.
I had a zombie deck back in the day that people hated me for.
I had a sliver deck.
Slivers were rough.
Slivers, man.
Sliver decks were fucking dirty.
Yeah, they were cool.
Sliver decks are fucking disgusting. Oh my god.
Did you guys see they did a Lord of the Rings thing and they had one card, it was the One Ring, and Post Malone bought it for like $2.6 million. And this is a set that just came out. It's not like it's been around for 20 years.
Well, that's Post Malone for you.
I love that guy.
Next.
Next question. Rokaran Mazel asks, off topic, what is the acceptable date to put out your Christmas lights, tree, and yard decorations?
The Black Friday. I mean,
November 1st.
Here,
November 1st.
my house, my wife and I do Black Friday. We don't go out. My wife and I have a tradition. Lights, tree, indoor, outdoor. We watch Elf, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Die Hard, Charlie Brown Christmas. What's that?
The shitter is full.
Yeah. And Black Friday, we don't go anywhere.
That's awesome, dude. That sounds pretty fun.
No, that's what we do. We play movies, and no, we don't go anywhere Black Friday. We decorate, and that's what we do.
For Black Friday, I go out and fight people for TVs. And maybe like a fucking...
You are a fucking lunatic.
I don't even buy them. I just go out to fight people for them, and then I just take them back to the show.
Deal with anxiety about crowds. Black Friday? No. I'm inside.
That's what Cyber Monday is for.
Urban decorations, Christmas movies. That's what I do. No.
What about you, Blaze? What do you say? The typical day after Thanksgiving or Black Friday, whichever you want, whatever you choose. I'm single, so I just do me. I don't really give two F's really. For the most part, it's just another day. I'll probably go eat with the fam. I don't go out and buy anything. Well, I did get this headset a couple.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, but just eat the fam. Maybe buy something. Yeah. I mean, put up a tree. I might do it this year. We'll see.
Personally, I'd put stuff up on Black Friday.
I will say I bought a turkey fryer, and I am deep frying a turkey this year. Fuck yeah. Yep, that's what I'm doing.
A turkey for Christmas? Or turkey?
No, it's going to get delivered on Friday, and we're having Thanksgiving at the wife's parents' house, and they live way out in the country, middle of nowhere, and they have lots of land. So yeah, I'm going to have the deep fryer, and
you're going to light the yard on fire?
Fuck yeah, dude. I might bring the rifle out there and pop off some rounds and deep fry a turkey. That's country as fuck. Woo! That's what I'm going to do.
Hell yeah, dude.
For decorating, I'm decorating on Black Friday. If you decorate on November 1st or after, I won't judge you, but I'm not doing that. I just don't have the energy for it.
It's too early. It's too early.
Yeah, not that I do anything, the day after Christmas, but they're asking what an acceptable date. So, anytime after Thanksgiving is what I would say.
Well, it's like right after Halloween, Mariah Carey gets broken out of her cage, and then we all have to deal with All I Want for Christmas Is You, and all I want to do is strangle her with some rope and tie her up. Never mind. All right, next question.
Next question is from Extreme Makeover. What is your leaf removal strategy? Rake, leaf blower, pay someone, leave it on the lawn.
I love this question. It's hilarious.
I love it. And I said to him, I love this question.
Oh man.
So I like to rake them up all in a pile. And
You live in Florida. What the fuck do you rake up?
I used to live in Kansas, so we had leaves.
Fuck you. You don't know shit about leaf removal. You live in Florida.
I let them decompose, and then I
What? All 5 of them?
yes. I never thought about that, but you're right. I never thought about that. We haven't seen a lot of leaves.
Avant, what do you do for leaf removal?
We use a leaf blower because there's a fuck ton of leaves where I live here in Maryland. If you let them lay on the ground, they will lay there forever. Sometimes, if I'm feeling ambitious, I can mulch them with the mower. But usually you just blow them with the leaf blower. We have a ravine behind the house that goes down into a creek. And you just blow them down into the ravine. Done.
Nice.
No, I gas powered leaf blower. Blow them all into a pile. Then I turn it off, and the wife and I rake them into a pile. And then the county that I live in drives by with this giant machine with it's almost like a trunk, like an elephant trunk. And it just sucks them all up. And then they leave. And there it is.
I want to say I'm loving the weed references.
You got
in the
leaf
chat.
removal?
Do they leave or do they leaf?
They leave.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
I know.
I'm
But I
surprised
don't
you don't have some kind of
no.
high-end service that comes in and rakes for you.
You are not allowed to even say anything in this conversation. You live in Florida. Like, no. Stop. No.
The alligators come and eat the leaves.
Hold on. The fact that you said I live in Kansas, the state that for every 50 square miles of prairie has one tree, fuck you. No.
God damn it.
You don't know shit about foliage.
You don't know shit about leaves, man.
Just stop. No.
You don't know shit about Walt Disney.
Leafologist?
4 years of my life at Fort Riley, Kansas, there are no leaves.
So there are lots of leaves and trees
That's crazy,
in
Ray
towns. When you go into towns, there are a lot of leaves. And
I can't believe you got leaf removal. That's something else.
One time, like I was staying at this place as years and years ago. My ex girlfriend's sister's boyfriend would go around and rake leaves. And one day he just came by.
Uncle's cousin's sister's former roommate.
So one time he knocks on the door.
What does that make us? Absolutely nothing.
One time he comes on, knocks on the door. He's like, "Can I rake your yard?" I thought his family. So I'm like, "Sure." I thought he was just doing it for us to be nice. And then it was like $5 or $10, and I was like, I didn't have it, and it turned into a big fight after a while. I was like, "Dude, you spent five minutes raking my leaves into a pile." I was the asshole in the situation, but I didn't think I was at the time. But I also didn't know he wanted any money. But that's the end of my story.
Right, that's the point.
Exactly.
All right, that's it. That's all I had to say about leaves.
Yes.
Are we ready to leave this behind?
Yes.
Ooh, I barely caught that. Good job.
Nice.
Leave it
That was
behind. Go ahead, next.
Extreme Makeover Alderon asks, is Doc Afro worth getting? As I look at what I need for Leia and Cal and Leviathan and Bo-Katan, I'm trying to envision a time when I would ever put attention into Afra, and I just can't see it. Should I change priorities?
Yes. Get your priorities straight. Quit the fucking game. Get out of here while you can.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
All right, hold on.
File that into advice into that folder we were talking about. Of shit not to do.
On a serious note, from where I play, with this.
Did they say their GP? They didn't, did they? They're just
No. I'm aware where that viewer is.
Oh, okay.
It's not a bad idea with this Datacron set, with how nasty Afra could be. You're gonna have she's going to do some work for you for the next 4 months. Absolutely.
It depends if you have any of the characters. If you don't have any of the characters,
it depends.
If you don't have any of the characters, the answer is no.
No. If you're close to Aphra, yes. If it's something you're starting the farm for, no. Keep doing what you're doing. If you're close, yes. If you're not, no.
By the time, if you don't have any of the characters 7-star yet, by the time you get them up to 7 stars and get them to Relic 5, the Datacron will be half expired. So, in short, Leia is the top priority. Then Leviathan, because Fleet is crystals. Then Cal. And then Bo-Katan.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you look at a lot of the legendary characters and GLs that have come out, I mean, you want Jedi Knight Cal. You want that. You want Leia. You want a lot of the legends. You want Jabba. Aphra, and it was said in chat, Aphra is a luxury. Aphra is one of those teams that it is. It's frosting on the cake. It's nice to have. It works, but it's not one of those characters. But without the Datacron, it's not one of those characters by itself that is worth the distraction of totally changing what you're farming or what you're working on. Like if you're a fucking twat hair away from Aphra, yeah, go for it because this Datacron is worth it. If you're just starting it, no, don't bother. Keep working on what you're working on.
Yeah. I mean, so Jack Daniels brings up in chat, Hondo is great. 000 and BT1 go with Aphra. Not much fluff if you don't need her for requirements, which is true.
No, it is. It is true. Yeah.
But I can't remember where the farm location was for them. Hondo was a Cantina farm. And I think BT and Trip Zero were both hard node farms.
They were.
So it's like you got to do 2 hard node farms. So like you either are close or you're not. And if you're doing a hard node farm, by the time the Datacron's expired, Aphra is still good, but the value isn't quite there, in my opinion.
Exactly. And the other thing is it's good for 4 months. If you're just getting ready to unlock Aphra, you also have to ask yourself, is the signal data and all the other material worth it? Where you could put that towards a legend that you could use.
I look at it as what materials and resources are you putting in and what are you getting in return? Which is why I would say Leia is the most valuable because she will get you crystals in GAC. Leviathan will get you crystal in Fleet Arena. And Cal will get you Chirotech and other rewards through territory battles if your guild is working on that. Yeah, and that's how I would prioritize it.
I literally feel like Aphra is the most luxury tune. Literally, it is. It's frosting on the cake.
Yeah, she's a great team, but she's now, after these packs have been released with Slacker and Ray, she's Aphra is the new Ray. Ray, everyone put off if you didn't get her. You kind of put her off because of the requirements. And I always said, and a lot of other people say it'd be the last GL I ever went for.
It was going to be for me.
Yeah, same here. I've heard a lot of people say that. And now...
Which is a shame because she's really good.
Which is probably was never going to be the last.
That would be the last for you?
Well, I'm not taking away from her viability or how
I'm our guest, not you, Bob.
Oh.
Yeah, I had, and it was almost going to be like a never have kind of thing because there's 8 now? Like how many more compounding on that are just going to be better? It was just going to be left in the wind, really.
And exactly, that's why I felt the same way. Like, I'm free to play. I have no way to catch up as it is. We're talking pre-packs. This is what I'm thinking.
So, I
Not
mean-
now. Everything's changed now that we have the packs. But I was never
Yeah.
going to get her. I thought the same
Yeah.
thing. And I've been playing for 8 years. But I fucked up. I didn't get her when she first came out. I was ready to quit because they announced they were new GLs. And I'm not taking away from how good she is, but I knew. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not going to be able to...
Well, it's just
I'd
a
rather-
pathway too. It's all average. It's all average or below average.
And
So
when you're
it's-
comparing, if you're where I'm at and you're comparing all the other GLs with all the other, I usually look at the requirements, not so much the GL itself, but I have to put all this into requirements. And I'm
well, yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. The pathway.
yeah,
is
it
horrible.
was the worst pathway. I'd rather do JML, and you need more legendary unlocks, but they're
Exactly,
characters I
man.
wanted. What's
The
that,
other
Bert?
thing is,
I mean-
without a Datacron, how good is she? I mean, she has some utility in TW because she has missions specifically for her. But
I'm sorry, are you talking
I mean-
Afra or Ray?
no, I'm talking Afra.
Yeah, right. Go ahead. I'm just making sure.
You know,
I
mean,
think
she
if
has
you don't know
missions
if
for
you
her, but what is her real utility?
in PvP, if you don't know her kit and how to attack her, she will go first, and you
Yeah.
have to find a way to stop her from derailing your attack. Which is cool because that's like what her character is in the comics, right? She's like an evil scientist who manipulates things. So it's like, right? Isn't that what she is?
Yeah.
Like a mad scientist.
Yep.
So
and I like her. Her requirements are great. I just, like you said, it's a luxury, and I think there's so much more things that other people need that I think it's just she's going to keep being put down on the list for a lot of people, like where we're at, like where me and
yeah,
Blaze and other people are. Now,
it's a
whenever,
luxury. It's a luxury character is the best way to describe it.
now, if you're a player like you two, more on the up and up, and you're able to keep with all the meta stuff, then it's something that you can get done rather quickly. You were able to get her when she came out. But after that, like, there's just, I'd rather go get Vader. You know, I could put all those Chirotechs towards Bad Batch. But, you know, Vader's also taking that spot.
What?
Yeah, yes, I said it. But, you know, Vader's even taking that spot with Rey for me. Because I'm still looking at Bad Batch. I'm looking at all the other shit I have to do. And I'm also thinking, if they don't bring out a pack for him, I may never get him either. I'd rather get Leia. I'd rather get whatever's new coming out. And I'm not taking away from his viability. I'm not calling him trash like some people do. I know he is good. But, you know, I mean, maybe they someday will bring some packs. But there's just that character that when you're where I'm at, you weigh, okay, I could go for Vader, but I could go get 2 GLs by getting C and somebody else faster because I have half of them done, you know, kind of thing. But
All right, let's move on. We've got questions and we got to do a roster roast. Let's go.
Okay. Next question is from TK. What are you most thankful for this Thanksgiving?
family. Being alive and family.
Logan?
On my third marriage,
His yacht.
I made a lot of mistakes.
He's
My
just parked in the
first-
Caribbean.
No, I made a lot of mistakes in my first 2 marriages. I did some things that I wasn't proud of, and I'm very thankful that I had a third chance to meet someone that I feel is not just my wife or companion, but is my best friend. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful that with everything that's going on in the Middle East, my son is safe, who is deployed at the embassy in Iraq. And I'm also very thankful for being able to do this show every Thursday with 2 people that I love and respect, that are other players in this game, and the viewers that we have and the people that support us. So, yeah, as you assholes made wisecracks, I tugged on the fucking heartstrings and was being real. So fuck you and your
Aw.
jokes. And I said some real shit. So go fuck yourself.
Good luck
There
to
it
you
is.
two to top that.
Yeah, have fun. Enjoy.
I
Yeah.
expect
Blaze,
Avant, I expect all that and more.
Yeah.
So
And as I say it like a true New Yorker, go fuck yourself.
True New York.
You fucking jerk off.
Nice.
yeah,
Blaze, I'm gonna throw it
Fucking
to you.
douchebag.
Yeah, thankful to be here for one. It's been a great time. I've had a blast. Family, of course, they're wonderful. And all the viewers and subscribers that I've been getting lately. My stream's been
those people. Hell yeah.
yeah. They've been, super supportive. Wolf, Ray Rock, especially. Man, Ray Rock is a motherfucker, man. He is I gave my nickname the community manager, but that guy has helped me out. Like I said, he's followed my account since 3.5 years now when I first started, and just recently he helped me with gas. That was super funny. He happened to pop in, and I was just getting my ass beat by gas. You got the Asajj B1, B2, or whatever, and it went. I got R1 Droideka, R2 Magna, and R3 B1. And then Asajj and whoever else is there, I don't remember what is Gear 12. And I was just beating my head on the wall. I was like, man, do I really just need more relics? Ray Rock pops in. Of course, how's your mods? so we backed up. We went through. We did a complete remod on all the 5 characters for the last stage. We didn't beat it, but we did significantly better. And then so I was like, well, shit. So we backed out. So we already did the remod. So I did all the mods, just brought them all the way up to 6E, and that was it. That pushed me over the edge. Fucking so, yeah, my precise striking of the commanding of the teams and Ray Rock's modding strategy, we got it done.
and we are thankful this Thanksgiving for Ray Rock. Thank you, buddy. But it's funny you say
Yeah,
that.
dude, he has helped me so much. It's unbelievable through this whole time. It's crazy. Like, he tried to help me find a guild when I was needing one. He's a good dude. Ray Rock, and everybody stream. Y'all stream. Wolf. I mean, he's everywhere.
Yeah,
Shout out to Ray Rock.
I will say one thing, man. Having you on here has been cool. We will support you in any way we can. 100%.
Yes, sir,
Absolutely.
Brother. Yeah, but it's funny you say that about Ray Rock because I've had the exact same story with like Profundity.
Yeah,
other
that's awesome.
He's came in and helped me many times too. And without him, I would just quit and wouldn't even figured it out. Obviously I'd ask somebody else, but
Ray Rock's a SWGOH beast.
real quick, guys, I know I'm just
Yeah.
this is kind of random, but we had a lot of followers today, and I want to say,
No, we did. Where did that come from? That was wild.
we only have like
Calvin, maybe?
we only have 3 or 4. But Safranis, a long-time friend of mine, he used to co-host MSF with me, podcast. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for the follow. Micah the Warrior, thank you for the follow. And Jiffy the Gold Rhino, thank you for the follow. When I first read his name, I thought it was Jiffy Dagold Rhino. That Dagon, Dangle, like Boomhauer. That's how I read it. But anyways, continue on. Avant, what do you think for bud?
This Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for friends, family. I moved like a year ago, and we have help from family members with watching my 2 young kids who are 2 and 5. So very grateful to have family to help out with the 2 little ones, and happy to be employed and have a good job. And happy to have stumbled upon YouTube hooligans and started a podcast.
Fuck yeah, dude. We love you, man.
Can I take mine back and add to it?
No, you're done.
No, you had your shot, Bob. You fucked it up. You're done.
Well,
Okay.
I still love you guys.
Our next question is another question from Extreme Makeover Alderon. What is your favorite regional fast food place?
Oh, Jesus.
Easy answer for me.
Upstate New York is weird, man. We've got like fucking Taco Bell and McDonald's and Burger King everywhere. Just say Sonic.
Sonic. I love
Like
Sonic.
I
Fair
enjoy
choice.
Sonic. Like if I try not to eat fast food too much because it just I don't know, man. Being in the army, MREs just fucked up my stomach like so bad. Eating them, this like field artillery. I was in the field constantly, so we just ate MREs ridiculously, and I do. I think it fucked up my stomach, and so when I do eat fast food, I've got to say I think it's Sonic.
A lot.
For me, the answer is going to make anyone in New York and New Jersey cringe. And I just ask that you don't judge me and drive down here and eat at one of our versions of this restaurant, and it will make more sense.
We'll just say it. Just say it.
Roy Rogers.
What?
I've
never even heard of that.
There is not one
Never
Roy
heard of that.
Rogers up here. What do they serve?
They're on the New Jersey Turnpike, and they're like not good on the Jersey Turnpike.
Yeah, but what is? I mean, burgers, chicken, seafood. What do they do?
Fresh fried chicken,
All right.
fresh sliced roast beef sandwiches,
Oh, dude, I'd kill for a fucking Arby's up here where I live.
and a Fixins bar, a full Fixins bar.
All right.
I thought Roy Rogers was a drink. Isn't it?
No, Roy Rogers is a cowboy.
Stop. Just stop. Just stop talking.
Even Devil
Just-
Goes drinks. I don't know. Maybe.
He thought it was a drink. Oh my god! I'm going to kill you when I get healthy. I'm gonna drive down to Florida while I watch you pretend to rake leaves, and I'm gonna.
Oh man.
Whatever gets you down here, man.
Fun fact is, at one time, I don't know if he still owns, but Cal Ripken Jr. owned a portion of the Roy Rogers franchise.
Oh, because he was a baseball player? Roy
Oh my
Rogers
God.
was?
God damn it, Bones.
Can you do the fist thing?
I don't.
Can you
Which
just do the fist thing?
he's over
right
here,
now?
right? I got to do one of these.
Thank you. There it is. Jesus H. Christ.
What about you,
All right,
Blaze?
For fast food, if I was to go out, probably Cookout. I'm gonna say Cookout.
All right.
Never heard of it. What's that? Just burgers?
Well, they're kind of known for their shakes. They have like I don't know what 50 different combinations of shakes that you can get. They're pretty bomb. And yeah, just burgers, corn dogs, hot dogs, stuff like that.
All right. Am I the last one? Does everyone answer it already?
There's even a quesadilla thrown in there, oddly.
Hey, I love a quesadilla.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
I would say Brahms. I don't think there's a Brahms in Florida, but dude, it's so good. Brahms is
I've
so
never
good.
heard of that one either.
Really, yeah. I think it's more of a Midwest thing. Kansas, Oklahoma, probably Missouri. Best burger. You can get a bag of burgers. It's like 5 or 10 of them for $5. They're still fire. The brownie fudge sundae is the best thing I've ever eaten. I don't care if it's homemade or not. You're not going to beat that.
Sounds pretty good.
Otherwise, like outside around here, God, I would kill for a Whataburger. That is my favorite fast food.
I've never been there.
You guys, the fucking burgers.
When I was
succulent.
temporarily stationed at Fort Sam Houston, I was at a Whataburger, and I'm not gonna lie, man, their shit was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. But we have a roster roast to do now. Before we
Wait. Hold on. We're almost done. Don't you undercut me.
Or he would cut
Sorry,
you.
don't.
Oh, there's something else.
There's
another
more.
question? Oh shit!
There's more. Let's rapid fire these.
Please.
Drew.
I'm not in a rush, so whenever you guys want to roll, it's all good.
Old man is. He's
I
sick.
already called in for work tomorrow because I'm still like struggling. So
All right,
whatever.
let's extend it another hour since no one has anywhere to go.
No, not another hour.
No. Bob, you know what? You need another hour to rake up your leaves. I have sleep to do.
I'm actually
Drew.
waiting to get off here to do that. So
Drew asks, I'm going to a sports card show tomorrow. What cards should I look for to buy?
Pokemon, man. I tell you, Drew, all the time. Pokemon.
No, sports.
Yeah, he's in
cards.
sports, dude.
Oh,
Sports.
I don't get into that shit. I don't know.
I don't either. Like, yeah.
The answer to this question is a nostalgic answer for me, and it's a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. That's what you should buy.
Look for a Babe
we
Ruth
should
rookie
buy
card.
all.
I think they're worth something.
I have an old Wayne Gretzky card somewhere.
Ooh, nice.
Ray Rock says Michael Jordan rookie card. That's a good answer,
Nice.
actually.
What was the guy's name that was a bicyclist and he lost a ball?
Lance Armstrong?
Yeah, look for the Lance Armstrong rookie card.
Oh my God! No more sports questions for you, Bone.
This guy. The Drogan. Fucking Drogan.
God,
for real
Limp
though,
Arm.
anything Patrick Mahomes, he's still new, and eventually
We're not
he
talking about
will be
him.
the greatest ever. Eventually, so any rookie card or anything Patrick Mahomes you can get
Yingling's
will
not bad,
be will be worth something someday. I don't. They can say they're what they want. I
Pat
promise you, it's gonna be
Mahomes
good
was
investment.
not drafted by an MLB team, but you know who was? Russell Wilson. So let's move on to the next question.
Fuck that guy.
Next question is also from Drew. Best way to cook bacon? Logan.
Cast iron skillet.
What? How many ways are there to cook bacon? I mean, I thought there was only one way.
What's your favorite way, Bones?
I like to broil it.
What?
You don't like it broiled? Come on now.
Blaze.
You're insane.
Just ignore him. Just ignore him.
Your speaking privileges need to be revoked for the rest of the podcast.
Oh my God.
I don't understand what you're talking. No, broiled.
Blaze, I expect a very intellectual answer.
You are a dirty whore.
Nope, just
You need to
typical frying pan, and that's it.
No.
Old
Pan
man,
fried.
old man.
Pan fried. Yep.
I would fall asleep and you would fall in love.
Hot and a cast iron skillet.
I prefer to do my bacon a flat iron, and if I don't have the energy to do pan fry it.
Okay, like
If
flat
I had a
iron.
skillet, I'd use
Hold on,
one.
flat iron like your hair? Like,
Oh my God. Bones.
could you guys see Avant taking one strip and putting it into the hair thing and cooking it?
Oh
I'm
man.
done.
I can go all night. Let's keep it going.
I'm done. I'm done.
I'll shut up. All right.
I will not tolerate this blasphemy any longer.
We have two more rapid fire questions. One is from Drew. Favorite TV series vehicle?
I don't have one, but how can you go against Kit? He was the coolest.
TV series vehicle?
Yeah.
Like based on a fucking car?
Like a car in
Think
a
about
TV
Anything,
show.
I suppose.
Think about it, Kit or like the fucking Dukes of Hazzard car. I can only think
Right.
of three. I can think of those two and the Back to the Future car, which isn't a TV show. But I can only think of three famous cars. Maybe the Ghostbusters. I don't know. I can't really think of any other ones.
The Pizza Mobile, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh no, you didn't.
That was good.
Yep.
I like that.
Oh
That was a good one.
man.
Nice.
I don't even have an answer for
I
this.
really like pizza. And I live in New York, so we have all kinds of good, amazing pizza.
Are we ready for the last question?
Yeah, let's move on.
All right. Last question is from Crafting Way. Two-part. What's your favorite Omicron that you've applied and one that you regret?
You know what one I really loved was the Bush Leia Omicron, which, mind you, is way late. I started hearing people were getting refunded 10 for it. So you know what? I was like, fuck it. You know what? That's cool. I'll go ahead and apply mine. And I apply it. It's 20, and I never got anything back from it. And I only attack once now. That's my regret. Worst fucking Omicron. Don't put any on the rate Omicrons.
Best Omicron was fuck, man, probably at this point Drogon, just because it's worked out so well. The one that I hate the most, the one for TW for Dad Bob Boba, just now, no,
What a complete
20
failure.
Omicrons flushed down the toilet. Nobody gives a shit.
Dad
Nobody
bod
cares.
Boba. What the fuck,
Nobody
man?
gives a fuck.
Your show
about Dad bod
sucks. Your
Boba.
Omicron
Nobody
sucks.
cares.
You're trash.
Yep. And I put him to Relic 7 the day I unlocked him and gave him an Omicron and thought, he's gonna be great. Yeah, no, he was shit.
What about you, Blaze?
I would have to say I did just recently get Starkiller, like literally just recently.
Oh, nice one. Nice one.
So I'll have to say that one. And then I'm not sure how much I'm going to regret the TIE Pilot Omi First Order. I'm not sure what your guys' opinion on it.
You know what? Where you're at, where you're playing, I
Yeah.
think that's a good investment. That could get you. No, if you have a decent enough First Order team, especially with a Hux lead, that could do some work.
Yeah, I've been doing for the 3s I did the Hux, Sith, and Pilot or whatever.
I would use it for offense because there's sneaky counters where you can solo it on defense. So
not that it's a bad Omicron, but for where I'm at, I kind of possibly jumped the gun on Qui-Gon. Not that it's bad; it's obviously good, but I gotta have more galactic. I gotta have my Padme. It's just, it was kind of like, bro, I feel bad because he just doesn't have the juice for it. You guys will see. You'll see maybe I can make some use out of it. I don't know.
I like it.
Sorry.
But they talked me out of it. I was about to put it on there. Like, you don't want that. So
I have used it. I've wiped, one shot a few teams, but overall, I don't think I use it as much as I would have liked.
I think my favorite one that I've applied is Wampa, just because it's so fun.
It is. It really is. Absolutely.
And
he's
Wampa
fallen
just
off, man. I don't think he's as great as he used to be.
I've heard that somewhere else before.
Never get to use it. I never get to use it anymore.
Really?
Ever. No. We're like, and again, I play kind of in a different area, but I never see a team where I go, oh yeah, I can Wampa that. I never see it anymore.
It's more useful in 3v3 because there's like more opportunity, and every once in a while someone will put down Starkiller with EP and Mara, and I will Wamp it, and it feels incredibly satisfying.
What's that on defense in 3v3?
I see it every once in a while, man.
Never see that shit.
Well, we're about 1 or 2 win-losses away from each other, so may we meet in the grand arena, sir.
Be nice, because I don't ever see those matchups.
Wampa's also good to clean shit up if you fail finishing something off.
Yes, Wampa can.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
I think my biggest regret Omicron at this point is probably Zam Wessel, because it was very good at the start, and I just haven't used it much.
Yeah, it's useless at this point. Almost, you're not really using it.
And it still does me fairly well. Like literally, just this past Grand Arena, there's a Relic 7 Grievous, 12 B1. Then there's a Relic 3 Droidica Gear 12, and then a Relic 5 Magna. And my Relic 3 Omicron Wampa one shot that with 78 points just yesterday.
Oh yeah, I'll be salivating when I see those.
I was like, this looks good.
Yep.
And that worked. It worked out good. But I have heard he's been falling off, which is disappointing.
But if you do it right, he can counter C, he can counter Starkiller. Obviously, you need certain things to go certain ways, but he is really good.
Yeah.
I mean, all the use that we've all got out of him for this amount of time, even if it fell off tomorrow and you don't use him anymore, it's still been worth. It's still been worth the investment.
Mm-hmm. Like, how soon was he for you guys when Relics came out?
Oh, Wamps?
Well, the Omicron only came out not too long ago. What, maybe a year or two ago, guys? Was it even 2 years
I
ago?
had Wampa at Relics because of Jedi Knight Luke. So
I did too.
Hmm.
And after his Omicron, because it was new and the great hotness, I brought Wampa to Relic 8.
Damn.
I mean, that's kind of where he needs to be now to really.
And now you don't use them hardly at all.
I know, and it's like, you know,
Like
if
I
I
said,
can
it's
get
disappointing.
resources back, yeah.
Well, even probably about even half the GACs, I end up leaving them out. I'm like, oh, well, shit, there's nothing I can do about it.
Next.
that is all. It is time
Right?
for the roast.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Hey,
So we'll
Ally code or something, or is it?
yeah, I guess you can tell me it. Just give me a second. Let me pull up
Yeah.
BlueStacks. It's already ready to go. It's just gonna take me a second. BlueStacks. Okay. Allies. All right, what is it?
225 266 775. Ray Rock's gonna love this shit.
All right, boys. So you guys tell me what you want me to look up and stuff. It's on the screen there on the stream. So whenever I review something, I always go to your ships first.
It's on what screen?
The stream,
Twitch.
Twitch.
You gotta look at Twitch.
Oh, I gotta look at Twitch.
I can't share my screen with you guys, or it'll screw everything up on the stream. But yeah, all right. So right now we're looking at
You see, you're starting with ships.
yeah, we're looking at ships. So what I do, I see if you've farmed any Galactic Legends ships. If I don't see any, the first thing I tell you is get Executor Profundity. What are you doing? You're slacking. What do you guys have to say about it when you don't see anyone with GL ships?
Yeah, you got to get one.
Yeah, you need at least one. I mean, I would go at this point Executor.
Well, that is actually my next biggest project, funnily enough.
You guys don't
Because
think
I'm only 5 characters away.
you guys don't think
He's got First Order, so he has a counter, but he needs Executor to hold some ground.
so. This is a question I have in general. You don't think guys or people where they're at now, if they don't have any GL ships, that they should just jump for Profundity? Because it's right there in the middle. You know, it's not as good as Leviathan, but it can dominate most anything else.
I would agree with that, just because of the fact that if you get Profundity, I mean, you still can crawl into the top 50 with Executor, depending on your ship shard, but you're losing crystal income. Like you've got to get, whether it's Executor or Profundity, you've got to get one of those, and you've got to start tapping into that crystal economy in the top 50.
Well, then it's going to be Executor. Like I said, it isn't within my plan for the next biggest project. Obviously, I'm in the middle of Slacker. Ray will be soon to follow, and then I actually want to give some love to my teams that I've made. The Night Sister team, I just recently got Marin to 7-star. She's gear 11 right now. The rest of them are at gear 12. Since I have got Marin, I kind of want to relic that team. I want to finish relicking my Star Killer team. And then I don't want to do 3 teams, so those 2, and then either Grievous or Bomb Squad. And so I'm not sure which one I want to do there. And then, so when those teams are good, then I'm going to finish Executor. That's the plan. Because I do need to give these teams. I've been slacking too hard. I've been going too light on them.
So
I can't.
So right now you're working on some like teams that you need. You're not necessarily working on any legends or anything. Is that what you're trying to say?
Correct. Yeah, in a sense. Yeah. Well, currently farming Kara and IG-11 to prep me for the Executor.
Okay.
You can see my Razor Crest is already ready to unlock. I just need BAM. IG-11 and Kara are on their way to 7. So I'm prepping for Executor.
Awesome. You're right on the track then, because just what we already said about it. You really need to have one. It'll win you more grand arenas than you think. And yeah, it gets you that crystal payout. And I'll tell you what, I never took the crystal payout seriously until I got number 1. then I never wanted anything else. Because when you get those 400 crystals a day, that shit starts stacking, dude.
I can only
gives you the
imagine.
progress.
Damn.
So I'm glad that you're working on that. So since we know that you're going for executor, what would be the first GL you would go with, or would you want to go for a GL?
Listen,
After executor.
What's that, Logan?
listen, gentlemen. I gotta go take some meds. I'm starting to feel kind of poorly, and I'm getting really tired. So
we're done, man. We're done. You're good.
No, you guys do your thing. Hey, man, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it, but I'm starting to feel like shit. I gotta go get some sleep.
No, have a good night, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, brother.
It's been great. It's been awesome.
No, thank you for coming on. We appreciate your time immensely, but I've got to go to sleep. It just hit me.
Do you have your own channel or just in the Discord you're usually at?
He's in the
He's
Discord.
usually
This is his channel.
And then y'all two stream. I know Bones does, but does Avant? Do you stream?
It's been a long time, but
Okay.
I will occasionally do individual streams.
So I'll just hang out on Bones' stream.
Yeah,
I had my first GA stream. I'm gonna do more.
Yeah, well, I hopped in and I was gonna. You were talking about metal. What kind of bands do you like, real quick? What's your say three bands you like? I love metal too.
Well, you're wearing a shirt of one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
Kill Switch is outstanding. A Slayer fan. Obviously Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax. I'm older, so I listen
Iron
to
Maiden.
Yeah. So, but
Cool.
No, I will. I'm gonna stream more GAC, and no, you're welcome on the show anytime. But dude, I'm my thoughts are like I can't even think. I gotta go get some sleep.
You're sick.
All right,
or
gentlemen.
You're drunk.
Have a good night, man. Take care.
Later,
right,
brother.
man.
Love you, my man. Have a good night.
All right, man. You guys, peace.
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 Like I said, I don't know if it's the medicine or if he's had too much to drink, but we won't judge him, will we? All right. So,
Blaze, take your Night Sisters.
Okay.
Take DACA to
Okay.
Relic 5 and take Marin to Relic 5. And
Okay.
leave the rest of them where they're at.
All right. Let me make a note of that.
Where you're at, they will function just fine. If DACA and Marin are unkillable, the rest of them will die, and it will just fuel that entire team.
DACA Marin R5. All right. Just so I remember.
and honestly, Datacrons don't benefit him that much because you don't want him to be.
I was going to go all out. I was debating on another star because I have one more. I was debating on giving Starkiller a second one because most people don't do the third one. But
No, you don't need it.
right. And then I was going to go all out on Night Sisters, give one to Marin and Asajj, and just
That team
run
is
through GAC.
that team is dirty. There are good counters, but if you don't come correct against a full Relic Night Sister team, especially with those two Omicrons, oof.
Yeah, I want to double up. I want to super juice them. They're really. I've always liked the Ray Rock hates the Night Sisters. If you didn't know, I think it's hilarious. We meme on it all the time.
I salivate when people put Night Sisters on defense because I use Tuskens and they handle them fine.
Okay.
Because they stun and put so many. So Marin gives turn meter to everyone when someone dies.
Yeah.
Which gives the entire Night Sister team damage over time from the Tusken team, like the Tusken abilities. And then they all attack and then they all get stunned. So when you attack the Night Sisters with Tuskens, you end up stunning the whole team. And then they build up like 30 damage over times and then they just kill themselves. It's a beautiful counter.
Yeah. And Marin helps you get that assault. Is it an assault battle? What do they call it?
Yeah.
Comes around?
Yeah, assault.
Well, and I
battle.
also have possibly a potential to take down Jabba team 2-shot, possibly.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I do on my 11.
That's actually helpful.
Depending on the team comp.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, because I just ran into that today.
Okay.
With Boba Fett, watch out.
I told you about this.
Yeah, I know you said something, but I was like, whatever. I heard you were talking on Discord. He wasn't talking directly to me, I don't think. And I was like, whatever. I heard him talking about it to somebody, and I wasn't even paying attention. It worked last time, so I just went in and did it. But fucking,
I think you got like the 10% chance of it working last time because Boba fired his rocket and it didn't kill your character.
okay.
And then you just plagued everyone.
But
if
Boba
Boba
Fett will one-shot your Marin
if
or
Boba
Daka.
if Boba executes someone, then they cannot revive. And
So you use your Night Sister team with Marin? That's what you're saying, Bones, today?
Yeah, against Jabba for the 2-shot, because we
Okay,
I think
cool.
we usually do that, and then we maybe do Imperial troops. I think.
Yeah, you can kill everyone except Jabba and
But
troop Jabba.
and I think you can also use you can use some other teams as well. But yeah, the problem is like he said, whenever he does the rocket move, and if he kills you with it, you cannot come back. And
Yeah, no
if
revives.
he does it to us, if he does it to Marin or Daka, you're fucked because they revive each other.
Right.
As it goes. So if both of them die, then you're screwed. So you got to be careful. And so but yeah, I mean it's a strategy that most people use. Whenever I go up against someone, my job was always 2-shot. I never see a 1-shot on Jabba.
And I knew it was like, a 2-shot counter, but it didn't really click. I was like, oh, Marin, I like the Night Sisters, and I'm like, well, shit, that was a good decision.
No, it's a great team, man. I think
I like them.
All right, Bones, let's roast. What else you got?
What can we roast you on?
Sort by speed. That's how I like to roast.
Let's get him. All right, there we go.
Oh man!
God damn, how fast is Padme? How fast is she? Oh yeah, you're getting roasted. Your second character is 290, man. So So how do you approach mods? Like this, Avant can help you out approach mods.
Do you even mod, bro?
I do, yes, of course. But I actually just recently changed up my modding strategy because I was just using what the game gave me for the most part and just dumping most of my energy into the slicing materials because I always, the game gives you enough mods, not the right ones usually, but they do give you enough mods. So like, well, I might as well just farm a shit ton of slicing mats. But just recently, I've changed that strategy up, and I've been getting like 4 to 6 mods, and then building them up, and then just dumping the shit ones and keeping the good ones. So
yeah,
it's been 3 some years of the old strategy, so there's a lot I got to weed out. But
I did the same thing, man. I always just got the materials like you said. But,
right.
I mean, after a while, after these packs came out, after I'm getting Malicos, after I'm getting Jedi Knight Cal,
Ray Rock,
I'm fucking I have no mods to go anywhere. I literally can't give them offensive mods with speeds, or I have no crit damage mods, triangles anymore. So it will catch up with you. So the sooner, and I haven't been doing that. I just started recently doing that. And what I'm talking about is farming mods. Where you go, it's not the challenges, but you go over and do the actual. Is it a challenge? What do they call it? What's
No, the challenge is the mods, and I think the battles is the slicing.
Okay, so the challenges. And you know what? 98% of the time, you're gonna get shit. You're gonna fucking get shit.
I mean, maybe it's I don't know 45. I don't know.
Yeah, but
I've been getting decent luck lately. Like 1 or 2 out of the bunch I get. And I've been only getting like 5 to 6, and then I slice them.
But if you get oh, sorry, go ahead, buddy.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just saying, but you keep doing that. Eventually, you will get a few that drop. But what sucks about that is what if you get a great mod? It's good, you farmed it, and then you go and hit it, and it doesn't hit any speed, or you know what I mean? That's what sucks. So the chances are so against us,
Oh, you're gambling.
But the sooner you start working on that, the better over time your roster and mods will become.
Yeah.
And that's why I regret not doing this. One thing I've said before, let's say you take the same 2 players with the same GP. Let's say they're 8 million. And the 8 million player's been playing since day one. Well, and let's say someone started whaling a year or 2 ago. And you're both 8. I can almost guarantee you that the person that's been playing for 8 years has better mods than the whale, because there's not a lot you can't really whale on mods. So you can't. It's just something you have to sculpt over time, right? As far as that goes, and But I never thought about it either until recently. And everyone's roasting me for it. But I really started noticing it when I was getting an influx of characters really quickly, and I had no mods to put them on there because it's just impossible. So
even just within the last month I've been doing it, I've been seeing a significant difference. It is a much better strategy
for sure.
than just using the mods that they give you in game. Like, well, that's only got 11 speed. It's / usable. Like, not really, dude. Like, just throw it.
Yep. And I'm bad about it. I'll hoard I still keep 8 and 9 speeds, even 7, 7 and above. I keep.
Oh, I mean, there's numbers all over the board, right? Because it's still a mod that the other stats are usable.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's tough, but.
So I asked you earlier. I know this is I always have 8 farms in my mind. I already know what I'm going to do. So once you get an executor unlocked, and do you know what comes with unlocking a GL ship? Do you know how that works?
Well, there's only one GL ship, right?
When I say GL ship, I'm talking about Leviathan, Profundity, and Executor.
Because I heard that term earlier. And I was like, GL ship, like.
Just in my
how is a
mind,
GL?
It's like a Galactic Legend ship. You know what I mean? And so
I get you.
It's not called that. That's what I call it. But
sure.
But it costs you 25,000 crystals to take you to 7-star. Did you know that?
Oh, it just the Leviathan specifically?
No, all 3. For each one that you unlock, you have to wait a month for it to come back around, or is it 2 weeks? No. Okay, let's say you're getting Executor. It's only going to come. The event's only.
Well, I just saw the notification came up in game for Executor. What, yesterday or day before or something like that?
Right. It's a certain day that it comes around, but it's the same day every month.
Yeah.
But when it comes around,
right.
You're going to get a free. You'll be able to get 10 shards for free every time it comes around. After that, you have to refresh it for 999 crystals to get another 10, and you can continue to do that as many crystals as you have. But if you're gonna if you're just gonna free to play it and not spend any crystals on the refreshes, just imagine you're getting 10 shards. You unlock it at what, 4-star, Avant?
Yeah, 4 stars.
So if you don't spend any crystals on refreshes, you're only getting 10 shards at a 4-star unlock every month. So it's almost so you might have to start hoarding crystals and stuff. It just depends how far you want to get it. It's not too hard to get it to 5-star, but just be warned that
the thing is, it really requires conquest ships, and I don't really have any of those.
Well, Leviathan does. Profundity and
you're talking about Profundity. Okay.
No, I'm talking about all ships, man. When I say Galactic Legend ship, that each ship costs 25K to take from 4-star to 7-star. You're gonna need 25,000 crystals. That goes for Leviathan, Profundity, and Executor.
Yeah, I'm not usually one to refresh those nodes. I just most of the time just free to play it through. But this time I actually decided I'm going to do at least one refresh when the Radis comes around, maybe 2 depending. But all the capital ships you can just refresh till the end of time.
Yeah, for 999 crystals per refresh.
Right, a shit ton of crystals. But
yes,
I was wondering that. I was actually wondering how many refreshes you could do.
So so essentially that is the case. But yeah, a lot of people don't realize you need 25,000 fucking crystals if you want to do it day one. You don't have to
day one, right?
If you want to do that, that's kind of how to.
You refresh it, then you got to beat it. You get 10. Refresh it, beat it, 10. Refresh it.
Yep. So it's a pain in the ass, and they just. That's how it
over and over and over and over.
Yeah. No, that probably isn't what I would do, but
I did it just to get it out of the way. But it
did you
sucks.
Really?
It sucks, man. It's demoralizing.
No. So you saved the 25K, then waited for the ship to come around.
Yeah. Yep. I've only done that. I've done that.
I mean, that's cool.
Once or twice. Yeah. So after the ship, what are you going to do? Is there a Galactic Legend you have on your mind?
Okay, so then Slacker, Ray, 3 teams, Executor, and then that is the next big question. I'm not sure if it should be, because if I should 5-head it and skip C, if C is going to become a light speed pack, or get C, I don't know, and maybe go for somebody else.
I think if you're going for a GL, you're able to relic. You can get you can get anything to anywhere you need to. You can farm all the characters. I think you should go for a newer GL. I mean, I would even say go for fucking Leia or whatever's the newest thing. I mean, all the marquees are farmable. Are they accelerated? No. I don't look too much into requirements being accelerated because if they're not, it's only 3 characters usually, and it's going to take you maybe a couple.
That's why I wasn't too hard on getting Marin to 7. I'm like, it's only 1 or 2 that I might have on the flag right now. It's not a huge deal.
But CG has a new cadence since. I mean, you could say since Inquisitors, they're not a GL, but where they release a new GL or a new premier team, they're going to tie that team with raids, with galactic challenges, with conquest. And so when it gets to the point where you are done with Executor and you're ready to move on to a GL, my guess is there's already going to be a new one out by that point. And
very likely. I
might
see that as well.
You might look at it and be like, I mean, how viable can I do it? You always know it's going to be about 3 months.
I mean, Jabba could even be an option for me next because he's needed all over the map.
Jabba is accelerated, and that'd be a good add.
And he has not galactic challenges, but he has like an event, like a challenge that's dedicated to him.
Yeah.
He has his own node in Rote, so you can contribute in Rote. There's a lot of things that's tied to him. So that's a great one. He's so much fun. He's an original trilogy character. That's why I like him so much.
Yeah, true.
Cool team. His requirements, I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't too bad.
I've got it pulled up. I'm just scanning through it.
But yeah, I think Jabba or Leia would be a good first two. I wouldn't look too much onto the older ones. Maybe there's an efficiency thing where you could get one.
Nobody knows for certain, but supposedly there was data mines, so I mean it really wouldn't be smart to finish off one of the older ones. And
exactly, you know how mad you'd be if you finished off whoever, C or Vader, and then this has happened to people a week later. They come out with a pack for $10. So I think
I literally needed 2 relic levels. I needed 1 on Phasma and then 2 on First Order Officer, and then the packs dropped.
Oh, that happened to you then.
Shit. Yeah, I was like right there with Scribe. I think that happened to Scribe too, but
yeah, I heard that a lot. So those are the only people that
I was literally right there.
Those are the only people that got fucked in that whole deal. I don't think any.
I'm not mad.
Yeah,
I'm kind of proud of the fact that my Slackers natural farm no packs, so it's all good.
For sure. I mean, is there any other advice or anything you wanted? I mean, any like
not. Well, we talked about where I was going to put my next Omicrons, so I think I'm still going to do that. How needed would you say was the Star Killer, the Force Repulse?
What is that?
It's helpful.
I have the unique on already.
It's helpful against Rey, but I don't think.
But that's going downhill from what I've been hearing lately. Like they're using gas and stuff. There's more counters basically than just Star Killer.
That's true. That is definitely true. But I think with how valuable an Omicron is, you could save that and put it on another team to elevate it, and Star Killer will still do what you want it to do without that Omicron.
So I have 1 left. And I'm halfway to another one. I've got 30 out of 20. I was going to go Marin, Asajj, and then possibly back to Star Killer with my 3rd one. Because the Wolf was telling me, it's not really for the damage, but god dang, it does a lot of damage. 25% more for each buff, and then you're dispelling all the buffs. That's a crap load of damage.
It can be a lot. But it could also not be a lot if there aren't a lot of buffs on the field.
Right.
Because think of it this way. If you're using EP and Mara Jade, every time Palpatine deals a debuff, he's gaining turn meter.
Right.
And he deals shock.
I thought about that too. Okay. Yeah, you don't.
And he deals shock on his basic. So you're stopping turn meter gain. You're stopping buffs from being gained by characters. So you're really only going to dispel once, and then you're going to run turn meter loops. And so you're not really dispelling a lot, but it can be handy if the team starts stacking up buffs and Star Killer wipes them all off.
Mm-hmm.
But
for other teams, heavy buff teams, say Jedi or something.
I mean, you're not using Star Killer against those teams.
No, I mean I could. I'm saying.
What I'm saying is that most people get the bang for their buck with there's much conflict in you, and they don't need the other Omicron, and you can get by just fine without it. And you could
Right.
take that one and put it somewhere else. I don't think you need it.
But
That's I. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, but
Um,
you are in a different area of the game than we are. So what's not to
Right.
say you put that on there and you will?
But
get
I
a lot
was
of
I
use
was
of it.
debating with Ray Rock and my viewers one night about even getting Boundless Force Throw instead of the other one, because I'm like, that one is still really good as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's dispelling all buffs, all allies, or they buff immunity, healing immunity can't be copied, dispelled, or resisted.
I'm trying to find the one that I didn't put on there. I only put. I think it might have been.
Yeah, so you're dispelling all the debuffs, and then you're applying buff immunity and healing immunity. It's pretty so since the force repulse is kind of going out of style or whatever, Boundless Force Throw might be a better second option if you're going to put 2 on him.
I'm trying to figure out which one I didn't do. I think it was the force repulse. It was the one I didn't do.
Ray Rock's got just the one, and like you said, most people went with just one.
I mean, Avant knows better than I do, but I mean, you can't go wrong, man. I wouldn't do the force repulse, but if you wanted to put another one on there, I think.
Like I said, I was debating with people about. I think the Boundless Force Throw might be better than the repulse, but
I think so. I agree. That's I put his unique and then the one that the
so you have 2 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean,
Well, I might.
I still get use out of her. I'm in Kyber 3, well Kyber 2 now, and I still use him against Ray. Does sometimes it go south? Yes. Is more than it used to? Yes. But you know, it still is a good counter. And where you're at, you're not even in Kyber yet. So I believe.
Yeah, no, I got to work my way back up to Rhodium where I was before.
Now, if you don't see a Ray, you don't need. If you don't see Rays very often, you don't need a second one, because that's really why you're putting more on there for him.
There's been a couple, not many, but a couple.
Yeah, I mean, you have all the other good Omicrons, man. That's why I think you're fine to do some luxury ones.
Yeah, I've got the one TW for the bugs, and I don't think I'm going to do any. They're going to stay probably where they're at till a very long time.
I mean, I don't know. What do you think about the Dash Rindar Ami Avant? Is it worth it anymore? Or do you think it's pretty much fallen off?
I mean, if you have Vandor Chewy, it's really good.
Yeah, you don't.
That was going to be another future option, debating between Zori and Vandor, and I think I'm going to choose Zori. I have her on the flag.
Zori is good.
I think that's
Zori is very good.
Yeah, Zori's great.
Okay. I was debating between, like I said, her and Vandor, and I think I'm going Zori over Vandor.
People also say that. Didn't you say that the Rose one's pretty good? With
Zori? I think I did hear that.
Avant?
It is good, but it's only good if you have.
If you have Zori,
like you have to have Zori, and then you Rose Omicron.
Okay.
But Rose is useless unless you have Zori.
Yeah, man.
You bought packs, Ray Rock, to get your Leviathan to 7-star that same day?
Yeah, Ray Rock's. I'm sure he'll be in there helping. He's the guy to talk to about ships. He helped me there, for sure. I mean, so is there any other questions you got, man, about it? I mean,
not really. I mean, you guys just confirmed, what I'm doing is fine for the most part.
I think so, man. You've got all the right Omicrons. You're working on the right people. Get that gas up. I don't know when.
Yeah,
but eventually.
Yep. I was kind of. I didn't realize they had put them in the raid store. I was like, wow, when did this happen? So now I can get more shards easily.
I forgot he's get 2 currency. I forgot about that. Yeah.
He's get 2 and then in the raid as well now. Mark 2.
But going forward, man, balance your ships. I don't think Leviathan is, unless you have Malgus and Fury class, don't even think about Leviathan. But
yeah.
But I mean, even think about doing for Profundity down the road someday too. I'm not saying anytime soon, but
right.
Don't neglect your ships, because they're more important than they used to be. And
absolutely.
And if you think about it, there's so many teams like ground troops, ground units that there's so many counters to everything. There's not that many ships in the game, so there's not that many counters. So they're more valuable. Also, they give you crystal payouts, so they are more valuable. So as soon as I hear one's coming, I stop. I'm not saying I stop what I'm doing, but
So you don't see what I have. All you see is what I have unlocked, right?
yeah,
That's all you can see.
unfortunately, they don't show what's
Okay.
unlocked yet.
Well, so what's left is the Conquest ones, which are, not really obtainable right now. And then the Marauder, which is not on a node yet, right? It's in packs, but no node.
No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Okay. And then you have 2 Sith Empire ships that I could get. But what's the point in that when I don't have a Leviathan? That's so far out. It's crazy. So those are, I might as well not waste energy on that. But the TIE Reaper is about the only ship I have left to get that I could make use out of. So I actually have everything unlocked. I just have to, like you're saying, go back, get them tidied up, get them started up, stuff like that. Maybe some gear on characters for certain ships.
But yeah, I mean, the Marauder thing, when it comes out, farm the shit out of that, because that lifts up negotiators so much.
Yeah, I plan on it.
That'll be a great attack fleet for you as well. But all right, fellas, what do you guys think? Call it a night. We've been here for a while.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for that. That's awesome. Thanks for the invite,
dude. No problem, man. It was great having you. You're always welcome to come back. And if you want to do some stuff on your stream or on mine too, man, you're always just get.
Sure, we can do something later on. Maybe like a few weeks or a month or something.
I'm always down to hang out with you, man. I'm always here to support all content creators. And but yeah, it was a great hanging out with you, man. Officially meeting and all that stuff.
For sure. Thanks, Ray Rock.
Avant, anything else?
Happy up.
Motherfucking Ray Rock. Happy
up, Ray Rock.
Yep.
Happy up, brother. Anything else we need to say or do before we get off here, man?
No, man.
No, thanks for all the viewers chatting and coming by. It's been fun.